Hello, Rich and Roberta Pearson. Hi, Kai. Thank you. Favorite YouTuber. Hello, hello. Hi, the Silva Kids. Hi, Roberta. Oops. Happy weekend to you as well, Rich. Any fun plans? Oh, this is so tricky. Dang it. I have a character limit on here and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to give up and write it in English. Black forest cake. Okay, sorry. I'm not looking at everyone who's here. Just a Dude is here. Hello, Philly Phil, doing well. How about you? I was just wondering if you were going live. Yes, Just a Dude. I go live regularly on Friday nights. Hi, Villain Killin' Dylan. Happy it's Friday. Hi, Jarkey. Jarkey for no reason. What are you gonna cook today? Several things. Give me one sec while I type in the poll options. Strudel. 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 And Stollen, which is fruitcake. Okay, so the trivia is guess my favorite German dessert. Let me just check. Black forest cake. Apfelstrudel. Stollen. Okay, boom. There you go, trivia for tonight. Let me get to your comments, one sec. One sec, guys. I see Freshly Wild has some emojis in there. Okay, so we have Raymond Church. The Silva Kid says I have a YouTube channel. Small family gathering tomorrow. That sounds nice, Rich. Very fun. Jeev Raj is here. Bablu Raja is here. All right, Wonder Bread is here. Yes, so glad it's Friday. Me too. I feel like I'm always in like an extra good mood when it's Friday. I bought a new truck today. What kind of truck did you buy, Just a Dude? I have never ever owned a truck in my life, and I have very rarely ever like, you know, had a ride in one, because I feel like few people I know have ever owned a truck. Okay, Freshly Wild says, hey Hannah, happy Friday with Dexter and Gordon emojis. Actually, I paid too much for it, but it's okay. I like it. Okay. I mean, you can always just sell it and switch it in for a new one. Back to the Future is here. Happy Friday. I'm doing well. How about you? Back to the Future, yes. Why do you have Christmas earrings? Because people like them so much. Hi, Rich, with all of the members emojis. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, hab den Sandmann mitgebracht. Okay. Mein Hases Name, did you see? I have a trivia question that has to do with Nachtisch. Apple strudel, OMG, right? Lunathi is new. It's a 3/4 diesel. Wow. Samuel Westall, who's a member. Hi, Samuel. For members who didn't see, I uploaded a members only video last night, and it was about a recent event that I went to here in Minneapolis that was for YouTube creators, and there were Beautiful photos. I didn't take them, but they uploaded them to a Google Drive thing and shared them with us. And so I made a video talking about that event and included several photos from that folder. So check that out if you haven't, members. Thank you, Bentley. Love your channel and lives. Thank you, Samuel. I really love going live. It's my favorite part of YouTube. Angel Kims is here. His dudeness. Hi, how art thou? Just getting ready to head to Wales for the weekend. Oh my gosh, amazing. I've never been to Wales. Would love to go. Doing well. It must be really early in the morning for you. Like, is it 2 in the morning over there? Strudel is Samuel Westall's guess. Hi, Fuzail. Hello, Spring Vlog is here. Let's see. Lunathi, thank you for the sub. Hi, Shankar. I will take a look. The origin of Apfelstrudel is in Austria. Hi from Brooklyn, New York. R Glowed says hello. Hi, Fuzail. Okay, saw you. Let me just get rolling with the food tonight. So I am gonna be making a falafel feast featuring quinoa. I also have some frozen falafel that I bought from the grocery store. Should be tasty. Dun da da da. Can't wait. So falafel, quinoa, and then there was a third thing. Oh, I'm gonna roast some potatoes too, which should be fun. It's 3 a.m. for mein Haus Name. Hi, William Becky Jr. You're more than welcome, says Lunathi. I think apple strudel might objectively be the best of the list. I will say, I like all of the desserts that I listed. Hi, Cameron Williams, doing well. I'm gonna be cooking some dinner on tonight's live stream. It's 2 a.m. spot on, going to a carnival, can't pronounce the name as Welsh names are mad. Have a fabulous weekend. You too, his dudeness, yes. Welsh words, kind of similar to like Irish Gaelic words. I'm like, there's no way I'm saying this correct. Wow, girl. I'm making dinner also, very nice. What are you making, Just a Dude? Hi, David. Fertiggerichte aus dem Gefeierfach. Looking forward to seeing you doing your best, says Cameron. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with the quinoa. How did your lasagna turn out? It turned out really good, Ellen. I will show you it in just a little bit. I wanna get started with the food items I'm making tonight. But the lasagna is almost gone. There's only 2 pieces left in the whole casserole dish because I brought it over to my parents' house for dinner last night and we all ate a bunch of it. Hi, Tommy Brown. All right, so 1 cup of this lovely quinoa. I'm gonna start with this. Looking good. Put them in my strainer and then I'll rinse them under some water just to clean them off. Hi, NC. Go check out the members only video I uploaded last night if you haven't seen it, NC. It's gotta be Black Forest cake. I'll let you know in an hour, less than an hour, 50 minutes. Hi, Gurjeet Singh. That's what I think too, NC. Thank you, Gurjeet, for the like. All right, so this quinoa is looking nice and rinsed off. Rod is here. NC says, right on, dude. Rod, I'm making a falafel feast tonight. Hi, nobody. Good morning to you, the hater VK Parthik Swaran. Yabba Dabba Doo is here. Hello, Yabba Dabba Doo. Beans, veggie, bacon, and rice. Amazing. That does sound really good. Bill Clinton's sons. Hi, King Hazy Only Haze. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna grab my saucepan to put this quinoa in. So, rinsed quinoa right here. Rinsed but uncooked, so I still need to cook this. I feel like quinoa is just so stubborn sometimes. Doesn't want to come out. Thank you, nobody. Same to you. Back to the Future saying hello to Yabba Dabba Doo. Getting all the quinoa out of here. I hate food waste so much. Hi, Sir Johnny of Bravo. Good to see you again. Happy Saturday to you. All right, so we've got this. I'm gonna add some olive oil. And some salt as well. I think I'll do like 1 teaspoon of salt. Had lunch with a friend of mine from high school. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm seeing 2 friends of mine from high school tomorrow. And I'm gonna go see, not go see, it's way more than just go see. I'm going to my childhood and high school best friend's wedding out on the East Coast of the United States, like a week from now is when I get in. So that'll be really fun. I am planning on going live next Friday once I land in Maryland. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of this Morton's iodized salt. I'm just gonna eyeball about a tablespoon of this Target brand extra virgin olive oil. Hi, DaCosta M. What's on the menu? I've learned to bring snacks while watching. Nice. So I'm making a falafel feast tonight. I am gonna be heating up, these are already like pre-made falafel. I had a gift card to this supermarket nearby. So I just went on a little spending spree. I'll be heating up these falafel. And I'm cooking some quinoa as like the starchy, they're actually technically a seed, but it's like almost a grain as like the starch to go with the falafel. And I'm also roasting some gold potatoes that I just have hanging out in my fridge. So yes, it'll be a fun feast tonight. And then I always forget, is it 2 cups? I feel like it's 2 cups. This says 1.5, but I feel like that's not right. Okay, let me grab some garlic powder for this really quick, because I love garlic powder so much. I'm a garlic fiend. Keeps away the vampires. Hi, Black Phantom. Started using ghee in my food. It's quite nice, says his dudeness. Ernest is here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think Ernest, you were asking me on a previous live about The Last of Us. You guys, for those of you who watch The Last of Us and know the video game, I finally watched episode 2 last night, and I'm not even kidding you. I think I went into like a minor depressive state. I didn't know the plot line of the video game for like season 2. Man, all I'm gonna say is the internet is calling it the event that happens. a Joel in one, which is really clever and funny, but also really tragic. But oh my God, you guys, I'm still, like, if you know, you know, I'm still recovering from that episode. It was like the equivalent of the Red Wedding episode on Game of Thrones. Again, if you know, you know. I mean, it's just like, you watch it and it's really, really hard to watch. And I honestly felt like sick to my stomach after that episode. I was like, oh, I really, really, really don't want this to be happening right now, but I just have to watch this episode. Oh, yeah. It's gonna take me a few days to fully get over that. It was so bad, Ernest. It was brutal. I'm trying to think of the last time I felt that, like, physically ill. Not actually, I didn't actually get sick, but like, ooh, I feel like I just felt this pit in my stomach after watching episode 2. And it was so, oh my God. Oh, my heart was just like dissolving. It was terrible. Okay, let me get back here. I'm being a bit dramatic. Bill Clinton's son says Orlando Pride is crying tonight in your own house. Okay. What if you catch the bride's bouquet? I think what is it? Like the lore or the saying is that whoever catches the bouquet is the next to get married. That's how I understand it. I personally don't have any interest in catching the bouquet, so I would probably let the person next to me catch it, but we'll see what happens. When are you coming to Maryland? You better contact me, says King Hazy. I'm going to be going out to Maryland. I fly a week from right now, next Friday, and then I'll be in Maryland for a couple days, basically all of next weekend, and then I'm staying in Washington, D.C. for the next couple of days after that, Monday and Tuesday, to visit some friends of mine from college. Hi, Black Phantom. The world needs a backstory of the girl of the salt container. Yeah, the Morton salt girl. I mean, maybe there is some lore about who this girl is. I've always thought the Morton salt girl was so charming. But yeah, I don't know much about her. Actually, I don't know anything about her. Brandon Preacher Green is here. Antonio is here. Hello, Antonio. Wann wird die Umfrage aufgelöst? I don't know. Well, for me, it will be in 40 Minuten. Mein Hase ist Name. How'd you like the first 2 episodes of The Last of Us? Oh my God, Ernest. Loved them, but I'm still recovering. Oh my gosh, so sad. Will Boz, hello. I'm making quinoa, falafel, and roasted potatoes. Hi, Rooster. German beer is the best, and I know you're vegan, but if you weren't, what German sandwich would you recommend? Well, fun fact, I actually in high school spent a summer in Germany before I went vegan. So I can remember all the German foods I ate when I was there. It was the summer of 2011, I think, when I was in high school. And I loved bratwurst, I loved currywurst, I loved Wiener Schnitzel, I loved Spätzle, which is like egg noodle with, I believe, a beef gravy. I think that's the meat in the gravy. I had like all the German food, like the traditional food when I was there for the first time in high school and not vegan. So I can like remember what that food tasted like. What's the best German sandwich? Or what German sandwich? I can't really think of like a German sandwich. I don't know. Episode 2 is brutal. Jimmy is here. Martello modifies. I'm here, yes. I know you're not a gamer, but you really should play the games. I really don't do well with like scary monster video games, like where things are gonna like chase you and you have to fight them. Ooh, I feel like, because I've watched friends play those games and it's like the stress response, like I feel like my heart rate is through the roof. I feel like it just like triggers a reaction for me where it's like I'm the one, it feels like something is actually chasing you, and it is so stressful. So I've watched video game players play The Last of Us and other games online, like on Twitch and on YouTube. And so that's kind of how I prefer to educate myself on video games. But I personally don't enjoy playing them. Editor person is here. Sicker than when Glenn and Abraham got done in. See, I can think like King Hazy, Only Haze. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Dang it. I was about to sneeze. Ugh. Okay, so what I was gonna say is King Hazy, you're saying sicker than when Glenn and Abraham got done in. I feel like all of my favorite shows have certain moments or certain episodes that were like really, really hard to stomach, and I kind of had to take a little mini break from them because it was so hard to watch. So Game of Thrones, all-time favorite show. I would say the moments from Game of Thrones that were very, like the hardest to stomach were the Red Wedding, and when the Prince of Dorne, Pedro Pascal, was battling the Mountain, and the end of that fight was very visually disgusting. In The Walking Dead, two moments that were really sickening for me to watch were Glenn's demise with Abraham, as well as when Carol had to get rid of that sister, I think Mika, who killed her sister, and then Carol was like, this girl is messed up. And then for The Last of Us, we've got the episode last night. I'm trying to think of other moments from shows, but I feel like I love really dramatic shows that are gripping, dramatic, kind of gritty and violent at times, but there are certain points where I'm like, ooh, I need a palate cleanser. I need to watch like a Hallmark movie or The Great British Baking Show, something that is so light and fluffy where it makes me feel less like nauseous after watching it. Tofu Bouquet, Sister Johnny of Bravo, oh my goodness. Can I still watch The Last of Us without knowing / played the game? Of course. Yeah, I never played the video game. I have seen Cobra Kai, yes, editor person. Hi, MK. Friends from college is code for top secret meetings. Okay. How you doing today? Doing well, recharger. Ayub Ali, these are earrings. Hi, Amma, I think. Thank you, NC, for bless you. Lots of bless yous in here. I appreciate it. Still me. Privyet. All right. Lord of the Memes is here. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Robert Arnson. NNC. Gesundheit. Danke. Mein Hassesname. JP is here. Laura My Tunes is here. Imagine playing the horror games, but on a VR headset. No way. Lindsay Dubs is here. The emotional investment into shows can be a lot. Yes. Oh my goodness. I think last night I realized just how emotionally invested I was in The Last of Us because, I just like, after like all of last night, like I was getting ready to go to bed, and I just like could not stop thinking about that episode, and I just was like so depressed. After watching that. Really, really tough stuff to watch. All right, I believe this needs 2 cups of water. All right, so this is quinoa, salt, garlic powder, and olive oil. Now let's get the water in here, and I will set this over on my stovetop to boil. You have a really bubbly personality. Shouts out to you. Thanks, King Hazy, Only Haze. All right, so quinoa is going. Timer. Next up, I think I'm just gonna do what's easy and get my, well, I don't know, let me think. I might do the potatoes before I do these falafel. Joseph Tara is here. Hello. I missed a few. Sorry, guys. JP with a cherry emojis. Just a dude. The Hound and Jaime Lannister were my favorites. Also loved Cersei. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan of Queen Cersei. A lot of people are like, oh my god, why? Ew, she's a psycho. She's incestuous. She's evil. I'm like, I don't know. It's tough. It's like she's a female in a brutal world, and I don't think that necessarily makes her evil. Thanks, NC, for the Hannah emojis. Über Emotionen wird Realität manifestiert. Deswegen sind die Filme so heftig. Yes. Laura, my tunes, I'm making falafel dinner tonight. Toxic gameplays. Thank you very much. Do you play The Last of Us, or do you watch the TV series? Mein Hausname mit Eichhörnchen. Oh my goodness. Hi, NC from New York City. Ray says, hey Hannah, how are you? Love the Christmas cherry earrings. Have you ever watched Nailed It? Yes, I love Nailed It. It's so... I can think of some truly, like, just so bad. Like, the competition where they were supposed to make, like, a really cute little cake that looked like a Christmas lodge, or I don't know, some, like, lovely little cookies that looked like elves or something, and just what they're supposed to do, and then compared to what they actually make, it's like some of these things are truly like demonic looking bakes or desserts. It's so entertaining. I haven't watched it for years though. I love playing classic games, mostly Wii and Nintendo 64, most like those systems. Okay, hi Steampunk. Joseph Tara, Chekhaz, making some falafel. H. Keen 2010, the 9 to 5 guys here. Hi Hamza, Pansiuri. Thank you, Colleen. I played The Last of Us on PS3. I'm from Indonesia. Thank you, Hamza. Hi Boo. Hello, Arnold. All right, let me put this quinoa away. And I'll move on to the the potatoes next. Oh. I think I'll get some new parchment paper since this already looks pretty used. All right. I use veggie broth and water in my quinoa. Nice. So, parchment paper. Humble potatoes. Yes, I love potatoes so much. They're so tasty and you can do so much with potatoes. Jeder vom System vorgeschlagenen Feiertag hat dämonischen Hintergrund. All right. Okay, so let me grab the potatoes. I was filming my next recipe episode and I had too many potatoes to roast all at once in the video. So I've just been keeping these leftovers in my fridge for the last few days. Manhaza says, all right. Oh gosh, let me try to get some of this liquid off of these potatoes. I also need to preheat my oven. This is what they look like. Seasoned, ready to go. But there is just a little bit of liquid in here, so I'm gonna get rid of it for the most part. Okay, so. Stephanie, I do not know those sisters, no. Walking home from neighbor's house, barbecue night. Sounds fun, still me. I got nothing against that. All right. Meatloaf says mine has this Name. Who wins in a fight between Sarah Connor and Ellen Ripley? Who's Ellen Ripley? I definitely know who Sarah Connor is, but I just don't know who the other one is. Like what franchise? Okay. Cool. So. Hi, Stuart girl. The girl from Alien. Oh, interesting. Is that the girl or is that girl? Is that Sigourney Weaver? I think she was the one from Alien. You guys, I have the Arsenal Crystal Palace game on from, was it Wednesday this week? But yeah, it's looking exciting. The girl from Alien, I think I would go with Sarah Connor. To me, machines, if you can beat a machine, I feel like the precision with machines is so scary. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sarah Connor. One to the fourth. One to the power of 4 is here. Hello, how are you? How was your week? How have you been since I last saw you? Are those yams? No, still me. These are actually diced gold potatoes that I prepped a few days ago for a recipe video, and they're seasoned with berbere spice, which is an Ethiopian spice blend. That's why they have an orange color, because of that spice. Just trying to get them pretty spread out. Terminator. What's the seasoning on the potatoes? These potatoes have salt, olive oil, and berbere spice. Very simple. Bye, Stuart girl. Have a nice Friday evening. Glad you could make it for a little bit. Rhea Ripley is a WWE star. Okay. Don't really know her. Just Dude says interesting. I gotta go. If you're still alive when I come back inside, I'll join. Okay. Yeah, I'll be on here for at least 3 hours tonight. That's the plan. I like Friday nights because Friday nights are nice because obviously there's no work tomorrow and I can sleep in. Okay. Thanks, Back to the Future. Didn't even see what this is, but I'll make sure they never come back. How was the lasagna, Rich? It was super good. I will show you the lasagna once I get these potatoes in the oven in just a second. It was a hit. I brought the whole tray pan over to my parents' house yesterday and we ate a bunch of it. There's only 2 slices left of the lasagna. Okay, so looking pretty even. You just don't want them like piled on top of each other. Okay, looking good. This one probably can go. Okay, so I'm gonna stick them in my oven for like 15 minutes, I think, to start. How did the creator event go? Still me. It was really fun, but also still me. You're a member of the channel, and there's a video I just posted last night about that creator event. So go and check out that video. It's available only to members, so you're able to view it. What's the plan for the weekend? This weekend, I'm going to be getting together with high school friends tomorrow for lunch, and then Sunday I just have to work on YouTube stuff all day. Favorite junk food meal is French fries and donuts. I guess meal though, that's not really a meal. It'd be like a super juicy vegan cheeseburger with fries. Thank you, Randy F. Stormy says I will. All right, so I'm gonna go throw these potatoes in the oven for 15 minutes. Timer, 15. All right, gotta stir. Ooh, got a little bit of grease on here. Fries and donuts together don't sound bad. I know, I was like, those are good, but they're not really a meal. I'm gonna give my quinoa a stir and then clean this up. Nothing hits the spot like donuts and French fries, yes. Okay. One sec, guys. BRB. So the quinoa is now boiling, and I'm just gonna give it a stir and let it cook for probably the same time as the potatoes, 15 minutes. So yeah, this quinoa is looking good. Ooh. Okay. Donuts are a meal, so still me. I mean, they can be. Alexander Craig is here. Hello. Eat enough of them and it's a meal. True. Very bad meal though, in terms of nutrition. Guten Morgen, wie geht's dir? Hoffe, du hattest schon schöne Ostern. Ja, das war sehr schön. If donuts are a meal, then the 79-cent Slim Jims are a meal, sister. That's funny. Just makes me want to eat more, says Laura. All right, let me just tidy up my mess right here. Whew, I'm already getting hungry again, and I did eat before this. It's funny because the lasagna that I made you'd think it would be super filling and you could only really have one slice of it at a time, but it's oddly light. Like you can actually, I was eating, like the night that I made the lasagna 2 nights ago on the live stream, I had 3 pieces for dinner and I woke up hungry the next morning. So I think it's the fact that regular lasagna is so rich and so heavy and filling, and I remember eating regular lasagna as a kid with all the cheese and the ground beef, and I think there's butter in it probably. Not the same though as the one I made on Wednesday. All right, quinoa is cooking. Just gonna put a lid on it. And now I can show you guys the lasagna from Wednesday night. Ooh, itchy eyes. Guten Tag, says Dan. Hello, I'm a new viewer. Haven't been able to catch the live streams. Well, I go live 4 nights a week. I don't know if you know that, Fools You 169. But if you don't already, you can turn on the notifications so you get the alerts when I go live. Du siehst toll heute aus, wie immer. Was kochst? Schönes. Ich koche Falafel und auch Quinoa und Kartoffeln. Hello, Vanuit America. Okay, still me. Garlic bread with lasagna. Lasagna is my favorite meal. No, the 9 to 5 guy. From Vancouver Island, British Columbia, enjoying the live stream so far. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Tanaka. Ooh, Kirby's here. Guten Morgen Wallen, I like that. I am a huge fan of Morgan Wallen. He's on the short list of artists who I have not seen live before, who I really want to see live. I like that. Guten Morgen Wallen. Where the ricotta? It's in the lasagna. I will show you. I feel like I should actually eat a slice of this even though I'm already making another meal on here. Hi, Micah. Oh, my eye is so itchy. Hit the like and sub. Thank you, Jay Gamer. Ooh, itchy eyes. Maybe it's the spring allergies finally coming to get me. Oh, what was that for? Oh, weird. Huh. Anyways, hi, Micah. How's your running going? Better weather. I have not been running hardly at all lately because I have been just going all in with YouTube, just working all the time. But I will start training for a 5K in May because I have a race in June. So currently not running, but we'll be running again shortly. Kirby says, how was your Friday? God, I'm so sneezy. Excuse me, guys. Friday was good, Kirby. It was pretty chill at work. I hung out with my sister for a little bit, saw TT the cat, and walked around outside. It was beautiful today. It was very sunny. Thank you, Christoph and Rich and Kirby. It was good. It was a good Friday. And I'm almost done with the video for Monday, and I will post it early for members. You go, girl. Keep up the great work. You are awesome. Thank you for acknowledging your followers and the great content. Thanks so much, Santino Haskins. Okay, had me thinking, what did I do? Ich bin 3 Jahre in die Schweiz, aber mein Deutsch ist nicht immer Ausländer, gefällt hier. Oh, interesting. Okay. I just got back home from young adult activity, eating pasta with sausage. Nice, Micah. Gesundheit, danke. Sees that garlic out of her. Oh, goodness. I just sneeze. Contagious. I know, I feel like sneezing and yawning are two things that happen that seem to be very contagious. Okay, so I was going to show you literally the 2 slices of lasagna that are left. This is what it looks like. And you can hopefully see the layers of ricotta cheese. There's spinach and zucchini. Yeah, this is what remains of the lasagna. I don't think I'm gonna eat a slice just because I wanna actually be hungry for the falafel that I'm making, as well as the quinoa and the potatoes. Sneezing is the best. How many languages can you speak? I can speak, I would say, like, actually form sentences and have a conversation in English, German, and Spanish. And then I just know a few brief phrases in French, Russian. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I'm forgetting. Arnold says, beautiful. What is falafel? Falafel is made out of ground chickpeas, otherwise known as garbanzo beans. And there's also usually like parsley, cilantro, lemon. These ones have onions, zucchini, baking powder, baking soda to help them like rise a bit, sesame seeds, garlic, salt, and parsley. I've done like at least one live stream where I made homemade falafel. I love making it, but it is such a long and painful process for how little volume you get out of making it homemade. I find that it's so much work for so little output that I just don't really make much falafel for myself, like totally from scratch. Toxic Gameplay says, I'm Hannah Montana. Ooh. Very bubbly. Just gonna give this a stir. Okay. All right. I was about to sneeze, but didn't. That's odd. Why, oh why doesn't Uber Eats deliver your yummy foods? I would not really sell food because there are so many legal pitfalls with doing that. Sounds yummy. Yes, Laura, I do think it's pretty yummy. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Arnold, saw you. Hannah, don't sell, just tease. I mean, I've heard of creators who sell like their cookies, I'm trying to think what other food things are easy to ship. Spice blends, teas. It's just, I personally would not want the legal liability of food stuff because you have to consider, I was actually just thinking about this today, but there are certain laws here in the United States, and I'm sure in most other countries, where you must list certain things. You have to list allergens like sesame, milk, eggs, nuts, shellfish. If someone eats your product and has like a fatal reaction, or they choke on it, or it's just like, I do not want any of that trouble in my life. Yeah, I would not want to deal with any kind of legal situation. Kannst du von 5 Sekunden? All right. I like potato pancakes. Me too, Back to the Future. I recently made potato pancakes for St. Patrick's Day. They're called boxty pancakes. Too much headache. Kevin says, I found out this week that someone else uses the exact same Instagram name as you, but divides her name with a period. How you both know each other? Do you both know each other? No, I have no clue who that Hannah is. Fooey, gotta go. Hit like. Sounds good, still me. Glad you could make it in chat. All right. I was thinking about making some decaf coffee. I was kind of thinking of just doing a lot of like trying different things on this live stream tonight because it's pretty, I have a lot of time. It's a Friday night. Any new mugs? I don't think so, Sir Johnny Bravo. Let me take a peek. I don't really like buying new things for the sake of buying them, so no. I really hate accumulating just stuff because I feel like it makes things feel more cluttered. I don't think you necessarily need to fill up more space. Like Marie Kondo, who's like the goddess of home organization and just like having really tidy spaces. She says that whenever you acquire something, you should get rid of something. So I had to purge a good dozen or so mugs when I moved here several years ago because I was looking at all of my storage boxes that I had packed up my stuff in, and I was like, I only drink out of maybe 3 of these mugs. It's nice to have a few more just in case, for like when people come over and it's like more people, you don't want to be short on cups, mugs, plates, whatever. But yeah, I generally don't like accumulating a lot of stuff because I just, it gives like hoarder vibes. How was your day, Bishop Bullwinkle? I had a very nice Friday. I got a lot of good sleep last night. It was very quiet at work. I was telling my sister this. I finished an assignment and I sent it off to the manager who, needed to have it. And it's funny because like on Friday, I would say on Friday afternoons, it's very much like get your stuff done, but you probably won't hear back from people after a certain point. So I finished up this memo I was writing and I sent it to the manager who was, expecting it from me. And I was like, here you go, have a good weekend. And then it's just, I'm sure she got it. I'm sure she saw it come into her email inbox, but like 0 response. So I'm like, it's kind of I feel like Fridays tend to be pretty chill at my job. Like the unspoken rule is try not to schedule meetings or long meetings on Fridays. Try to keep it pretty chill after 12 p.m., 12 o'clock noon, because a lot of people head out early or they'll just take all of Friday off. But yeah, it was a good Friday, Bishop Bullwinkle. How was your Friday? Find falafel too Moorish, says yabba dabba do. We've got Alexander Badia Cubero. I'm still waiting for you to get a squirrel mug. I know. I would have to swap out a mug that I have already though. Yes, I am a minimalist for real. I just feel like I have no desire to accumulate stuff. And it almost like it feels similar to like gaining weight. Like I love having a home where everything has a place. I know where everything is located, like my tools, my craft supplies, my markers, my pens, my tech gadgets, my replacement batteries, like everything has a place. And I feel like it really bothers me when it's just like you keep accumulating stuff when you really don't need it. So I'm naturally minimalist and I prefer to just have a lot of like open, clear space in my home. I don't want to be maneuvering around stuff if I don't have to be. Have you ever made Schinken noodle? I don't know what that is, but I don't eat ham. I don't eat any meats because I am vegan, Dan. Minimalist win. Let's see. No feedback is crazy. I mean, it's not really, I got feedback because it went through a previous like review, but I think it's just, you're probably not gonna get like a response with anything on a Friday afternoon. I slept the day away. Oh, Bishop Bullwinkle, were you not working today? Also, I need to flip my potatoes and check my quinoa. Ooh, looks great. All right. So let's see how these potatoes are doing. Oh, Sophia is here. Hello, Sophia. Amazing. How are you? Happy Friday. Need a fork. Ooh, looking good. Time to flip these over. Oh man, these potatoes are definitely, ooh, there's certain things that just make me sneeze and make my nose itch. I think it's the spices on these potatoes that's really making my nose itch / making me sneeze. Oops. We have Ty L. Is that the same box of Cheerios from 2 weeks ago? Yes, it is. You gotta understand though, Cheerios are true survival zombie apocalypse food. I mean, if you store them properly, they will last for a very long time. Honestly, at the worst, they'll just become stale. They are very, very nice to have on hand because they last for a long time. Cheerio is gonna reach out soon. I sure hope so. All right, I missed Micah. You said, TBH, I don't like allergy season, but I don't like allergies season, but I'm not happy about it. I mean, I love the spring and summer it's like I love the scenery of the, spring, summer, autumn months, but it's like the pollen, the ragweed, the cottonwood. Oh man, I'm a mess. It's like, it's pesky, but it comes with the seasons. Okay, did I miss anybody else? Oh, Bishop Bullwinkle says, went in at 3 a.m., got off around 11. Boy, Bishop Bullwinkle, I was thinking about, I'm so naturally a night owl. I always have been ever since I was a little kid. I've always been most awake, most energetic, sharpest mentally, very late at night, and just through the early morning hours. And I've thought it'd be super interesting to work a job where I got in at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. and then worked until 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because I'm so dead in the morning. It feels very unnatural to me. Do you like working those hours, Bishop Bullwinkle? I'm so curious about people who are nocturnal workers who do graveyard shift. Because yes, I think it would be tough with your sleep schedule, especially when you're on your off days. Because it's you want to be up when the sun is up. But unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Also, I feel like sometimes it dips so low on viewers. I see only 7 and now I see 16. Anyways, look at the food. In my household, it would be gone within 3 days. Hi, Peter Alexander Constantine. I've never made baklava. Recharger says it's buzzin'. Pollen is crazy down here. My truck is literally yellow. Ew, no. It's natural, but man, if you're someone who has allergies like I do, sometimes just going outside can be torture. I can think of runs that I've gone on where I was running through a cloud of cottonwood, or it was like sticking to my skin because I was sweaty and working out. And I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. Being this like itchy and sneezy, especially in public, it's just not a cute look, but yeah, it's the way it is. It's not that I don't want there to be pollen. I just, I'm very sensitive to it. All right, I think these are looking okay. If I missed some, it's honestly whatever. Okay, so let's get these potatoes back. I feel like I missed a bunch, but whatever. Let me get back to the comments in just a second. Timer, 15 minutes. Okay. Los Angeles, California is the best place to be during the summer. I disagree. Gotta eat more of that local honey. Helps with allergies since you're being exposed more than just the springtime. Yabba Dabba Doo says we used to have Friday afternoons as a work debriefing in the local pub. Oh, that's kind of fun. I love that concept, Yabba Dabba Doo. Bless this state, LOL, says Kirby. Looks tedious. It is tedious, but I don't mind actually. I tend to like tedious work. Mornings and daytime / sunshine just seems more sacred to me. I must see it. I feel the same way. However, I just naturally, it feels like whenever I have to wake up super early, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to get to a work function, typically, or like a super early flight, I'm not being dramatic. I am like dying. Like my eyes are like red and strained and they sting and burn. I notice this at work too. Whenever I have to wake up super early for something, I'll be writing like a document, I'll be writing something, an email, and it's just, there's tons of misspellings. I will misspell people's names. I'll forget things. Like my brain is at like 50%. It's just, for me, it feels like if people were forced to work, like if the world operated, like if the business day was from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., everyone would be like, most people would be struggling and be like, oh my God, it's so hard to work like until 5 a.m. I would be like, dude, I got this. These are my best hours. Like I love staying up all night. But I am a night owl in a daytime world where business is open, some of them at the crack of dawn, and you just gotta adapt to it. Hummus is made from chickpeas. Arnold, I'm a Virgo. Rich says, coworker had to go home today. His allergies were so bad. Ooh, I've never heard of that before. Wow. I have not made potato chips or French fries myself, Kevin. Bishop says, yes, I don't mind it. Everything is open. Everything is open when I get off. I can take care of things I need to do. Yeah. I find it interesting hearing people's experiences working at the nighttime hours. My legendary uncle, who I have ooh, that's some ratchet English. I have talked about so many times on my channel. Uncle Michael is his name. He was a career graveyard shift hospice nurse. So I think he would like badge in around 9 p.m. and then get off around 5, 6 in the morning, depending on how long his break was. And I was thinking to myself, like, it would be kind of cool working through the night, because those are my like best hours. But it would be kind of crazy having that as your 40-year career, and you basically just got used to being nocturnal and falling asleep and getting your sleep while it's daytime. So it's, I don't know, it's tricky. Hannah, at least you're not one of those people who sneezes 20 times back to back. I'm very, very glad that I'm not one of those people. I would say at my worst, like peak allergy season when all the stuff is in the air and I'm like Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob, if you know that reference. I just am like, or no, it's not even Mrs. Puff. It's like when SpongeBob has the suds. I'm just like, oh my God, this is terrible. I maybe will sneeze 5 times in a row, which is kind of a lot, and people know definitely are like staring, but it's not like 20 times. Mogwarts University is here. Okay. Hi Blue Cat. Hi Alejandro. What's up? What's up? Leo or Virgo? Mine is August 31. You are a Virgo then, because actually one of my friends who I'm seeing tomorrow, Dan, her birthday is August 29th, and she is a Virgo. Virgo is like end of August through probably end of September, because I don't know when Libra, which is the next one after Virgo, I don't know where that picks up, but you are a Virgo. Robert is a Virgo too. Footwork is here. Oh, is that Cristiano in there? I think it is. Hi, Desiree. I do remember you. Yes. Mackenzie's a Virgo. Love the Virgos. So many wonderful Virgos. Michael Ananak. Hello. Who's doing the emotes with me says Bad Thrones. Hummus is chickpeas. Ty L with the emojis. Your favorite Mexican says I'm a night owl with a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're night owl. Oof. That is brutal. That's right. You've mentioned your shift before now. I'm seeing those numbers. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Or maybe it was someone else, but I remember a comment previously, someone saying that their work shift was 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Maybe it was you, Rich, who said you have a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I could do it, but I'm okay. Like I've adjusted obviously to having 9 to 5 work hours. That's always, I have had jobs that were all and are like, I have only ever worked 9 to 5. Those have been my work hours forever. And they're fine, but I will say this, the morning hours are not my finest hours typically. I pick up momentum later in the day. Virgo, so chill. Love Virgos. We're so nice. Bathroom says, haha. Who else? Your Tassin? I don't know what that is. Rich with all the emojis. Actually, hummus can be made with a variety of ingredients. Vampire life at its finest. Yes, I do feel like a vampire sometimes. Working the night is horrid. I did it once. It was so weird leaving work at 7 and seeing everyone waking up and I'm ready to sleep. Yeah, the thing is, I like the late night hours, but I mean, once it gets past like, I would say my natural like bedtime would be about 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. And what I mean by that is, so I will regularly force myself to be in bed and, trying to go to sleep, all lights out, whatever, at 11:30 p.m. or midnight. And what's really frustrating is I can feel I'm like fully awake, fully just brain is powered up, and I'm like laying there just trying to go to sleep, but hours will tick by sometimes. And I'm just like, this is so annoying. Like I have to be in bed trying to get enough sleep. But sometimes I'll just lay there just waiting to fall asleep for like 2 hours. So then it's like I do go to sleep at 2 a.m. having been laying there waiting to fall asleep. And then I'm sleepy because I don't get a full night. It's very forced based on my body clock. So, but it's like, what am I gonna do about it? Like, These are my work hours. Hi, Johnny Peterson. When I go to work, I get caught by school buses. Then when going home, I catch them again dropping off kids. Interesting. Yeah. I'm August 26th, says King Hazy, Only Haze YouTube channel. Oh, Rich is 6 a.m. to 2. Whew. There is one person in my office who works that shift, 6 a.m. to 2, and I'm like, you start working at 6? Goodness gracious. I work 3 p.m. to 11 and drive an hour home. Ooh, that's a long commute. I would do really well with a 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. because I feel like by the time I'd get home from a 11:30 p.m. clock out, I mean, it still takes time to like get home, get, get like wound down for sleeping. And then you don't have to show up to work until 3 p.m. So you can sleep in until 10 a.m., 11 a.m., whatever. My wife is 28th of August from Columbia, says Dan. 20-minute drive round trip for me. Are you a grouch in the morning? I wouldn't say I'm a grouch in the morning. I would say it's more, I'm just like kind of like a brainless zombie. I mean, I'm just slowly getting booted up, but I'm just kind of I'm still like sleepy, I'm slow. I'd say if anything, I'm just kind of quiet and mellow in the morning because I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm still trying to get fully woken up. Robert says, sorry, I can't do morning shift. Hi, STL Greg, happy Friday to you as well. Hi, Cocacero. Poll close, yes, I will close the poll, don't want to forget. Melatonin does wonders. Yeah, the thing with, it's so frustrating because it's like people say, be in bed early, be in bed by 9 p.m., be in bed by 10 p.m. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And I'll lay down and then it's like, okay, 1 hour goes by, 2 hours go by. And then I'm like, okay, so I've seen on the internet where it's like, you should get your butt out of bed, it's not good to lay there. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna get out of bed and do something. So I'm gonna like read, I'm gonna turn on some lights. And then it's like, basically I just get awake again. It's so infuriating, you guys. Because it's either lay there for 2 hours or get out of bed and do something else, like eat some food, read a book. You ideally shouldn't be on your screen, you shouldn't be like doing stuff on your phone. But then it's like, then I start to like wake up again and it's like either way I lose. It's just infuriating. Probably because your manager don't give feedback, LOL, says Arnold. The worst thing you can do is toss and turn for 2 hours. The thing is, I'm just like, okay, I'm resting, but I've done the recommended, like, get out of bed and do something else, and then I'm just awake until 4 a.m. Like, I'm telling you guys, I am a night person, and it is just, my body, I feel like it's very stubborn. Like, this is some BS. This is not when I'm supposed to be sleeping. All right, some French. We have, you should read a book with mild light. I've tried this. I've seen that there can be negative effects with sleeping during the day and being awake at night for long periods of time, simply because our bodies are programmed to let our brains rest at nighttime. I mean, some people, though, naturally are night people. Guess my favorite German dessert was the poll question, guys. I will let you know the answer to the poll. Black Forest cake got the most votes, 38%. It's not Black Forest cake, but I do like Black Forest cake. It's chocolate cake with cherries. Lebkuchen got the second most, which is German for gingerbread. 23% said Lebkuchen, it's not that. 22% said apple strudel, and it is apple strudel. It is just divine, German apple strudel. And Stollen is good too, but that's not my favorite. Best hours, what's the best hours or salary? I mean, it totally depends. Like, some of my favorite night owls are billionaires. Taylor Swift is a night owl person. She writes her music like midnight, 2 a.m., 4 a.m. She said it so many times in interviews and documentaries and in her songs. She has a line where it's like, I wish it wasn't 4 a.m., staring in the mirror, saying to myself, you know, you had to do it. Like, she is true blue till the sun comes up night owl. Like, that's when she writes her music. And I'm just like, God, you are so lucky that you just get to operate at night. And she's clearly a billionaire from her songwriting music. So, but then you have millionaires and billionaires who are up at the crack of dawn. Like, let me think of one. I'm sure Warren Buffett gets up at the crack of dawn. Elon Musk has said he's a nocturnal person. He goes to bed around 3 in the morning and gets up at 9 in the morning. So he gets about 6. So it really, I mean, I don't think there's one, it's like not a one size fits all kind of thing. You can be successful either as a night person or as a morning person. Hi, Ilma Gerbovich. Gonna check on my potatoes, see how they're doing. Ooh, looking good. I'm gonna leave them in there for maybe a few more minutes. Okay. I went to work with 5 hours of sleep so many times. I am absolutely pitiful on 5 hours of sleep. Goodness. Alexis Shalati, hello. I hope you have a good weekend as well. Thank you. Truck driver is here. It's been a while. It's always a pleasure to see the most beautiful woman on YouTube. Thank you. Hi, Kloss21. It doesn't bother me or mess with my job. 5:45 a.m. start tomorrow morning. Bring it on. Oof. Hi, Stephen Ham. Good to see you. Hi, Chip Broadhead. Good to see you as well. Doing well. Happy it's Friday. Making some falafel and quinoa and roasted potatoes for dinner tonight. Oh, Kirby sent a couple 100s. I appreciate it. Hi, Anita. Just Jack is here. Which French dessert do you like? Ooh, I gotta think about what my next trivia question should be for you guys. I love fruitcake, me too. I don't really talk about, I would say abortion falls under like political stuff, and I don't talk about my political views on here. Ellen says, it's about time I got one of those questions right. Nice. So you said apple strudel. Bravo, it says Coca Cero. I finally got the poll question right. It says Back to the Future. Back to the Future win. Hola, saludos from España. How are you doing, Miguel? ¿Cómo estás? Yes, your favorite Mexican. I do the same. Very little sleep and I work 2 jobs. Whew. Drago Liub is here. Hello, hello. Cheese goes with potatoes. Vegan cheese goes with potatoes. ¿Qué vamos a comer hoy? Voy a comer falafel. I think it's just falafel en español. Y patatas. I think that's how you say it. Y quinoa. I have no clue how to say quinoa in Spanish. Elon, definitely a night person, 6 children. That was good. Yabba dabba do. Oh my god, funny. I like that. That was clever. Merci, Princess Cookie pour le live. Yabba, is that a model for your profile? I didn't realize until I think it was Wednesday this week that Yabba dabba do had put me as his profile picture. Is it a new one? It is a new one because you had me with the Easter ears, and then now you have the very burned oven mitt as your profile picture, which I think is so funny. You guys, I get the most use out of anything that I purchase. I refuse to just discard things that still have use in them. Oh man. What do you like on pizza? Says Robert Arnson. I like mushrooms, spinach, banana peppers, roasted garlic, basil, onions. I mean, it's most veggies. Another sneeze, I think. Ooh, I think that's 3 times I've sneezed on here, sorry. Struggling. 3 things you can't live without? Oh no, this is so hard. 3 things Is this like foods or can it be in? I feel like there has to be like 3 foods I can't live without, and then 3 like life things I can't, like non-food items that I can't live without. Non-food items, I would say I can't live without my phone. I can't live without books, and I can't live without like athletic shoes because I like to run, walk, be outside all the time, or as much as I can. Haley Ross, hello. Yabba dabba do, that's Hannah's picture on your profile picture. Yes, so funny. I'm a welder at a multi-million-dollar steel company. Nice. I feel like if you're in any of the trades, you will never be unemployed. Like you have like such great job security because everyone needs someone to come fix their pipes, fix their homes, electrical stuff. I'm trying to think. Any like maintenance or trade skills just never go out of demand. So it's nice. Ooh, JB, thank you. All right, who did I miss here? Hi, Brenny, maybe. All right, just a text message. Thank you for the bless yous, guys. I've been sneezing a lot tonight. I apologize. Hi, Umair Ahmed. Thank you, JB. Thank you so much. Great to see you here. And happy Friday. Ooh, my stomach is rumbling, which is great. Okay. Haley Ross, I am making roasted potatoes. They're in my oven right now. I also have some falafel that I will be heating up in my oven. Please no spamming or you go away forever. I'm one of your best friends. JB, I don't know you in real life, but you have given many super chats, so I know you from that, and thank you immensely. Chicken is here. Italian sausage, pepperoni, and peppers are the GOAT toppings. I will say this, my favorite pizza place as a kid, pre-vegan, at age 18, was Papa John's, and I loved pepperoni and sausage pizza. Like, that was my absolute favorite pizza from Papa John's, from any pizza place. London Wright is here. Kenneth Kumalo is here. Hello. Love the earrings. Thank you, Harvey. I've been wearing them since Christmas, before Christmas. I bought these in December for the Christmas season, and I just kept wearing them. I work in a tire shop for now, pest control as well. I feel like those are both, what's the phrase? Pretty recession proof or like very secure jobs, because there's unfortunately always going to be pests in homes and in buildings, wherever, properties, and people will need tire maintenance for cars. So the demand will always be there. I think so, regardless of what's going on in the economy or in the world. JB, how often do you wear your beautiful hair down? Honestly, not that much, Arnold. 1 second. I'm just gonna check on my potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna take them out. Yeah, these are looking good. They're looking very roasty toasty. I just saw a notification from, oh my goodness, Rich gave a massive super thanks on, I think it was a short. I was so tiny I couldn't tell, but thank you so much, Rich. Ouch, hand is burning. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Arnold, though, said something I wanted to respond to. What was it? 1 sec. Arnold says, how often, that's what it was. How often do you wear your beautiful hair down? I would say it's like maybe once every couple of months. It's not that I don't like wearing my hair down. That is not it at all. I love my hair. You probably can't really tell from my hairstyle. But my hair is very curly and thick, and it's about mid back length. The reason why I hardly ever wear my hair down though is because it would mean me having to get up like a whole hour to an hour and a half earlier than I do. And I work 50% remote, 50% in the office, and especially for me, it just doesn't make sense. I love this hairstyle. I can do it within 10 to 15 minutes, super fast, and it also looks tidy and professional. I don't have to worry about like, oh no, this curve, like the frizz is looking crazy. It's looking maybe not the tidiest it's more of a formal office vibe. So it's purely for the time that it takes to style my hair down. I would rather, to be fully honest, I would rather just sleep. I would rather get that hour and a half of sleep instead of having to style my hair down. I do plan on wearing my hair down next weekend for my best friend's wedding. I mean, I like to wear my hair down, I would say number one for formal events, whether it's a wedding or maybe a baby shower or like a graduation ceremony. If I know I'm gonna have formal photos taken, I'll wear my hair down. When I got my employee badge on my first day of work, I wore my hair down just because I like the way it looks in a photo. When I get my passport photos taken, driver's license photo taken, boy, this is a crazy game, guys. Dang. I'm watching the Arsenal Crystal Palace replay from this week. But anyways, long story short, I wore my hair down for photos I will have to look at forever on ID badges or passports, whatever, and formal events. But the day-to-day, I just wear it up in a bun for simplicity. Rich the goat. Yeah, Rich is incredibly generous with the super, I get them all mixed up in my head. It's the super thanks in like the comments section of videos. So thank you, Rich. I just got that notification on my phone. Your fave Mexicans is what would it take for you to eat a slice of Papa John's on the live stream? Oh gosh, I would feel so, I don't know. It just would feel like very dishonest and like, I don't know. I really don't know what it would take. Cause like you all know, like I love being vegan. I feel great eating vegan. I've been vegan for 13 years. I could also very easily just make a vegan pizza on here. Like there would be no reason for me to eat, well, the thing is actually you can order vegan Papa John's. It's kind of lame though. Like you have to order it with no cheese and then just a bunch of veggie toppings. So it's pretty unexciting, but I would not really want to eat a slice of non-vegan pizza on a live stream because I wouldn't enjoy it. And it's just not what my platform is about. What do you think of the pedestrianization of Norwich City Center? What a funny and specific question. I have no clue about the pedestrianization of Norwich City Center. The only reason why I know of Norwich is through the Premier League, but I think they got relegated a year or two ago. I got no clue, Harvey. JB says best friend. Hi, D Mena. Rub cold water in your hand. I mean, I didn't burn it or anything. Justin Biebs the goat. Oh, run. I see what you were saying, JB. Yeah, JB is here. It's Justin Bieber, guys. I can only stop by. Sounds good. Life of Ant-Man. Thanks for stopping by. Goddess. Thanks, JB. Hi, Peyton Miller. Good to see you. TLC. You are right. I'm laughing about your comment here. Make sure to fast the day before her wedding. Many calories during weddings. I was thinking about this. It sounds so vain, but honestly, it's like I have not been in a wedding before. I am not married. But I was thinking, it's obviously such a big day. You want to look your best. You want the photos to be just like the most beautiful photos of yourself and your spouse. Like you want everything to go well and look great. And I was thinking, honestly, I would probably, like in the week leading up to my wedding, because honestly for my friend's wedding, whatever, it's not about me. People aren't there to see me. So I will probably, I mean, maybe I'll fast the day before because it's gonna be like a lot of food. It's gonna be great. But if I were the bride, like I'm thinking about my friend who's getting married in literally a week's time. Like in a week she will be married and like heading off to her honeymoon in Panama with her husband. And I was thinking like, I really think in the week leading up to my wedding, and there's gonna be hundreds of people there, all your closest people are there, tons of photos, videos, whatever. I probably would, just to be like looking my best, looking my fittest with like hopefully no breakouts or anything going on. I think I would really stick to like salads, lemon water, what's other, like just like clean veggies, minimal fried things, very little added sugar. And honestly, just like enjoy all of the junk food and the sugar, like more processed stuff, like at the wedding and on your honeymoon. Because at that point, it's like, whatever. We did the wedding, we've done the whole thing. But I think like for the actual day, I would want to spend the week leading up to it eating like as pure and as clean as I possibly could, in an effort to look my best on my wedding day. Okay. Kirby says, thanks. Arnold says, I respect that. My baby drawing videos. Okay. YouTuber Mohammed. All right. Joe Johnson is here. I didn't know you were vegan 13 years. Don't break your streak. The thing is, like, I am 97% vegan. The other 3%, it's like minimal dairy or egg. It's like most of the time it's like a dessert item that has some egg or like cream in the frosting or the dough. But like pretty strictly vegan I've been for 13 years. So if I eat something that has traces of milk in it, like a candy bar, like a Hershey's bar has traces of milk in it, because it's actually, there's milk as an ingredient, or like a slice of cake that has frosting with like buttercream. I'm like, whatever. I don't really care that much if it's a one-off thing, but the vast majority of the time I am vegan. You and me, Hannah, I won't say no, says JB. Oh, JB. So are you her maid of honor? No, I am not her maid of honor, but I am obviously going to this wedding. I had to go. Her maid of honor is her sister. Jess is her name. Lunathi, that's going to be a lucky man, says Arnold. Thank you, JB. Lunathi, we were just talking about my best friend from childhood's wedding next weekend, which I will be going to in Maryland. It's gonna be so fun. I cannot wait. We have been friends since 5th grade when we were, like 11 years old, 10, 11 years old. So we've been friends now for over 20 years. And I mean, I know her fiance, soon to be husband. I've known him for years because they've been dating for 5. I think they met in 2019, so they're going on 6 years this year. It's gonna be really fun. And like her family, I've gone on family trips to their cabin, and like we went on a college tour of University of Wisconsin-Madison together when we were in like junior year of high school. So yeah, very close. Our families are close. Like my mom and her mom get together for coffee all the time. It's great. It's gonna be so fun. Oh yeah, I'm stoked, guys. JB, that's romantic AF. Truck Stop Sushi is here. Hi, Truck Stop Sushi. Do you ever enjoy alcohol? Great question, TLC. So I have barely any tolerance. I actually, Honestly, I'll say this, like whenever I've recently gone out and have had like a beverage, it doesn't really make me feel the best. So I barely drink at this point, but I wouldn't say I'm like completely alcohol free. It's kind of similar to when I wear my hair down. I will enjoy like a glass of wine or champagne for very special events. I will definitely be drinking at my best friend's wedding next weekend. I always toast, usually, I would say usually it's champagne on New Year's Eve to like ring in the new year. I think I'll have like a glass of wine on Christmas, like Christmas Day for Christmas dinner. And on my birthday, I'll usually have a birthday drink somewhere. Like I'll go out to a restaurant or to a bar and have like a celebratory beverage. But I feel like those are really the only 4 reasons, maybe like for graduation. But I barely drink anymore just because like I don't know. It's really expensive and it messes up my sleep. It really disrupts my sleep. And it's just not good for you health-wise. And I don't really feel great after drinking. If I was the passenger, I would wake up Hannah, says JB. Order a DoorDash vegan meal and see how long it takes to deliver and critique it. I like that. That's fun. I like these ideas for live streams specifically. Let me just, let me grab a pen here. That's clever. I'll do a DoorDash live, time it and critique it. And that was from Yabba Dabba Doo. All right, I gotta get these falafel in here. Banana Man is here, good to see you again. Hi Vacuum Black Partner Greek. Will you I? What made you decide to go vegan? 2 things. Health reasons, sticking to plants, that's the game plan. And second reason is I don't want to be spending my own dollars on animal products, just personally. Snowy days or stormy nights? Boy, I love both of them. That's tough. I will go with, if I had to pick one, I think stormy nights. Stormy nights are fun. Maybe a tolerance of 1 shot of sourpuss LMAO, says TLC. Hi Maria, good to see you Maria, how are you? Congrats on being alcohol free. Almost alcohol free. I would say I'm like, it's kind of the inverse of veganism where it's like I say I'm 97% vegan, the other 3% of the time vegetarian because I'll eat some baked goods with egg and cream or buttermilk or whatever. I would say I'm like 3% of the year, 3% of the time I will consume, I don't even know if it's that much though, now that I think about it. It's like one drink every like quarter, like every 3 months. So it's very, very rare. Thank you, Shinji. You ever try any tobacco products? I have never tried any tobacco products and I have 0 interest in trying any tobacco products. I feel like I was just so put off by it. And I feel like in school, like growing up as a millennial kid, we just had so much programming and messaging about like, don't do drugs, don't consume tobacco products. And then they would show like these horrific pictures of like people's lungs and people's teeth and people's brain cancer. I was just like, oh my God, okay. I'm getting like so, what is it? It's not like shock there, but it's like I'm being so bombarded with like horrific images of all these terrible things that will happen to you if you consume tobacco products over long periods of time. So like as a kid, I was like, I feel like I was like visually scarred against using, and this for good reason, like against using tobacco products. And also too, both of my parents were smokers in their 20s and 30s, and they eventually quit when me and my sister were really little. And both of them talk about like, oh, I'm so glad I quit that. It's so bad for you, whatever. So definitely like my parents are anti-tobacco as former smokers. And also I have a master's degree in public health, and we study all these diseases and risk factors for diseases, and it's like the link between tobacco products and all these horrible diseases you can develop is just, it's so undeniable that there's just zero chance I will ever use tobacco products. Robert says I don't drink either. Jerry, go right ahead. DOIOB says hello, Hannah and chat. Hello, hello. Bridesmaids and groomsmen always mingle at the wedding. Honestly, I'm so excited to just like see people, because I know so much of my friends, extended family, friends, relatives, whoever. Like I know all of her like college friends. I know her family members. I know her aunt and uncle. I know her grandparents. I know, it's just, we've been in each other's lives for 20 years. So there's so much overlap in our people. But I'm excited to meet more of like her husband's family. Like I don't know, I've only met her soon to be husband, but I don't know any of his family. I've only heard of them through her and her husband. So it'll be fun to like see who like the other half of her family is gonna, like who all of her in-laws are going to be at this wedding. Should be really fun. I don't know if you answered this before, but have you considered having a dog or a cat? Also, which one are you, a dog or a cat person? I have been converted more. I mean, I will say dogs always win for me. I love dogs so much. I love just their look, their temperature, I almost said temperature, temperament. I think also too, I like that they're like, they can alert you to, you know, danger, intruders. Like I like the protective element of dogs. I grew up with only dog. Well, we had one like true like demon cat from hell. She was horrible, but I think she honestly was kind of a anomaly. She was sick, and she just like was kind of mean. She was mean. She was very mean. Funny enough, her name was Gumdrop, but she was like Gumdrop, the demon cat from hell. It was just all of us were like, we were so put off. We were so put off of cats because of Gumdrop, the cat. So I only grew up with dogs, except for that one terrible cat, and we loved all of our dogs. I don't have any pets, but Maria, I look forward to having, I would say maybe 2 to 3 dogs sometime in the next like couple years. I'm not quite ready there to be a pet owner and have the whole, you know, extra set of responsibilities, because I'm already like, okay, like cleaning, chores, cooking, whatever. Like, yeah, it's a commitment, but I do look forward to being a dog owner one day. All right, for once, some girl doesn't smoke. I mean, I feel like most, maybe it's not most, but I feel like it's pretty common to not smoke. Excuse me. I'm watching the NFL draft and listening. I saw that on my Peacock streaming app. I was like, ooh, I should turn this on. Based smoking sucks. I mean, isn't this like, I feel like this should be the norm, especially if you're a millennial, like born in the 90s. I don't like, you guys should comment if you guys had Dare. I'm just gonna write this in the chat. Comment if you had a Dare class when you were in school. And Dare stands for oh, god dang it, D-A-R-E, meaning, what is this? Dare class. It was drug abuse resistance education. I personally, I loved this curriculum. We had our like resource officer at our school. I even remember him. His name was Officer Natum, and he was the coolest dude. He was basically just like the cop who was like at our school, and he would teach DARE. Let me just put this in the chat. I remember like I think they gave us t-shirts, where it was like black t-shirts. The logo was like this lion, like it was like a cartoon lion, and it says teaching students decision making for safe and healthy living. And I personally loved it. I don't know if it's like I guess maybe it's like a partnership between like police departments and local schools. It looks like, based on their website, it just is like a main photo of a bunch of police officers. But yeah, I remember as a kid, I was like, well, yeah, this makes sense. They're gonna teach us about all these bad things that will probably happen to you down the road if you use like these substances. And I loved it. So, okay. What was I reading here? Oh, I was gonna say thank you to JB. Oh no, the time expired to reply. Sorry, JB, dang it. Arnold says smoking chemicals is crazy. Yeah, I don't smoke anything, period. I'm so anti-smoking, anti-substances, other than, I mean, technically like caffeine in my coffee is a substance, but I think that's about it for me. And then the occasional alcoholic beverage, but just like, not about it. Xbox Series. Okay, Leon Boyd. Ruba says, love your energy. JV says, you'll have lots of fun. I'm presuming you mean to say at the wedding, it's gonna be a blast. Actually, you guys, I'm so excited because I'm thinking of all the weddings I've gone to in my life. I don't think I've gone to a Jewish wedding. And my friend is not, my best friend who's getting married is not Jewish, but her fiance/husband is Jewish. And I was asking her, I was like, do you think you guys are gonna incorporate, like my friend comes from a Christian family, her husband comes from a Jewish family. I was like, do you think you'll incorporate like elements of both? Like, what are you thinking about doing in terms of like the wedding ceremony? Or, I mean, some people just have a completely secular ceremony with no religious stuff. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna incorporate elements of Jewish weddings where it's like you cover a glass like this, and then you stomp on it once you get married for like good luck. And then there's like the chair tossing that happens at Jewish weddings. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see this. Because I've had like Jewish coworkers share pictures of their weddings. Like I distinctly remember one guy I worked with who was Jewish, and he sent around photos to everyone at the office after he got back from his honeymoon. And it was just him and his wife like being like thrown up on chairs. And I was like, I need to see this at least once in my life. This looks incredible. So I'm excited to see how they do the wedding like traditions at their wedding next weekend. We have Pip Martin from Tallahassee, Florida. Alex M, I absolutely love coffee so much. It's like my favorite drink in the whole wide world. So yes, I do drink caffeinated coffee. Back to the Future says, I smoked tobacco when I was 17 and was addicted for 13 years. After 13 years, I was able to quit. Awesome. Anyone who is able to quit that stuff, because I mean, it is like, it's addictive, and it's like, not by accident, it's hard to quit. So anyone who quits, I say a huge congratulations. Stitch Lover is here. Jessie, I'm doing well. I'm gonna be cooking some falafel in a moment. Try not to burn myself. So this is the last thing I have left to cook. I mean, it's pre-made falafel. I just have to heat it up in my oven. Oh my God. I'm laughing about the gumdrop comments. Yabba Dabba Doo says zombie cat. We had an evil cat named Mittens. You guys, why do the evil cats have the cutest names? Maria says, can you talk more about Gumdrop? Why was she a demon cat from hell? Sucks that you had that experience. I mean, it was such a shame because I've heard my mom talk about this. She's like, we feel so bad. Like she's like, your dad and I, we wanted you girls to have this, you know, cute little cat you could play with in addition to our pet dogs. But this cat, oh my, she was like nasty. Oh, just, I'd rather not get into the details, but let's just say she would spitefully go to the bathroom deliberately, like right in front of you, instead of going to her litter box where she knew she had to go to the bathroom. And she would just like look at you as she was like basically taking a dump, right? And it's just like, and then you'd have to like shoo her. It's like, oh my God, go or pick her up and like drop her in her litter box. And it's just like, what the heck? You're 5 years old. Like, you know, you should be like, it's just, she would have these nasty moments, go to the bathroom in places like where she knew it would be like gross. Oh, it was such a nightmare having her. It really was. It was unfortunate. All right. Okay. Where am I? The dare-free shirts, yes. My kids had Dare, amazing, Laura. Yes, Dare, I think it's still going based on the website, but it was I really liked it as a kid. Thank you, tax manager. I remember Dare to stay off drugs in middle school. Yes, I had my Dare class in middle school as well. Sugar could definitely be considered a substance. Yeah, so true. Actually, studies have been done. This is insane, but it also does check out. Scientists have done studies where they gave test rats the choice to pick between sugar and cocaine, and the rats chose sugar over and over again. And it shows you like how powerful of a substance sugar is. Like, it's very addicting, it's very tasty, and it just, I mean, yeah, very powerful studies. Hi, Dylan Thomas O'Voyle, amazing. Javier Lario says hola. Jax904. Hello. Yeah, let's calm down, people. I don't want to time people out. Tomatoes contain a small amount of nicotine. I didn't know that. I smoked for 10 years from about 16 and one day cold turkey quit. Good job, Mike. Dang. Obviously, like, I don't know the sensation of what it would be like to quit something that's that addictive, but I imagine it's very, very hard. Cats are messed up. The thing is, though, my sister just, a few months ago adopted the most adorable, angelic little cat. I was just hanging out with my sister today at her place, and some of you know TT the cat, who's become an internet sensation. TT the cat is the most wonderful creature ever, like the sweetest temperament. She's mischievous, she's curious, she's like very sweet. There's not a nasty bone in her body. If anything, she'll just be like fussy or want to like play and you're like, sorry, no. Or she'll just like be like, poking around something that she's curious about, and then maybe she'll knock something over. But there's no nastiness in her temperament. She's so sweet. She's super chatty. My sister and I say that she's basically like a cat dog, like from Nickelodeon, if you guys know that show. She's physically a cat, but she has all of the behaviors of a dog. She's incredibly social. She will like horse gallop to the door whenever you come over to my sister's place. She'll greet you. She meows all the time. Like, you can talk to her and she'll just like meow at you, like right back at you. She loves to play. She's super interactive. She's super cuddly. She's not standoffish, which I feel has been my experience with cats. Yeah, her behavior is so dog-like, even though she's a cat. It's honestly a life hack, I would say, for my sister. I'm like, dude, you have a cat that will live, like, cats tend to live longer than dogs. Let's say, like, TT's gonna live for 20 years. Like, you're gonna have this cat until you're 50 years old, And you get all, like, it's low maintenance, like way lower maintenance than a dog. I would say lower costs than a dog. You get her for longer, way more years than your typical dog. And you get all of the behaviors of a dog. It's so nice. So yeah, everyone loves TT the cat. Tony says, I forgot to ask, what are you cooking? I have been yapping for so long. I have made some roasted potatoes, I made some quinoa, and I'm gonna throw this falafel in the oven. Luckily it's pre-cooked, so I won't have to actually make this from scratch. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes or until hot and crisp. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 10 and then probably flip them over halfway. I don't think I had to do anything other than just put them on here. I should turn my temperature down to 325. And last thing, and then I will eat my feast. Oh. All right. Timer. How about 11 as like a midway? Okay. Who else is here? Lil Terabyte says, cats are messed up, LOL. Oh, not all cats. My sister's cat, TT, is like such a striking, like she is the coolest, she's like the dream cat and dream pet. Just, yeah, she's like quiet, except for when she wants to interact with you and cuddle with you. And she'll like meow back whenever you say her name. Oh, she is an angel cat. Just the sweetest little thing. And she's super cute. I love TT. Yeah, no, she'd be gone, says Bike. Mittens would bully the donkey and goats. Black cat with white paws. Interesting. I like the look of that cat. She sounds like a lovely cat. Yes, Tony. TT is, as I would say, as like easy and perfect as it gets with a pet, cat or dog. I mean, she is just, she's so sweet, so, and funny and mischievous, but never ever mean or nasty. OMG, what color dress did your best friend choose for you guys? I think it's like pastel-y rose. Maria. Yes, used to watch Cat Dog Funny. I just got an 8-week-old Catahoula American Bulldog mix. TT the cat. Janet Stanton says doing great. Hi, Un Will UI. Sounds like a sweet cat. Yes, JB. She is an angel. Okay, Audrey Drake. Yeah, almost feast time. Can't wait. Batman says, yo, Spencer Montgomery is here. Hello, Spencer. Meeting your type, someone has to introduce me to, busy doing great things. Just had to point out you're glowing, Hannah. What, do you have a specific skincare routine? Yes, Maria. So I have done a couple of videos on my channel for my skincare routine. Actually, let me just show you the products that I use since the falafel is cooking. Okay, so I have 2 products in the morning and 3 products at night. I'll just set them out here so you can see them. Okay, great, those are showing up well. I have my laptop open because I like to see how you guys are seeing me. So let me just put these away. Okay, so first thing in the morning, I wash my face and then I will put on a few drops of this. It's called Obagi. I think it has vitamin C in here. I'll put like a couple drops under my eyes and then a few on my forehead and then just rub it in. And then after I put the serum on, I will put on some of this tinted moisturizer. It also has sun protection at the level 45. Honestly, I'm not great at the levels, but SPF tinted moisturizer. And then at the end of the day, so end of like in a few hours, once I'm heading to bed, I do a gel cleanser, all from Typology, I think, in the evening. So this is like a foaming cleanser, and then I'll put on a serum after I use the cleanser. And then to finish off, I have some just simple moisturizer. So these are my skincare products. Do you like Ed Sheeran's songs? I think they're okay. He's not my favorite artist, I'll say that. What's the ingredient in your morning wash? What's the ingredient in your morning wash? I don't really have a morning wash, but this has vitamin C, ascorbic acid. This one has, boy, octinoxate and octisalate. I know you're a pharmacist, so you know your chemicals, NC. I heard that SPF 50 is the best for sun protection. Like, I heard it's safer. For me, I'm like, it's funny, I'll tell you this. So I have one parent, like my parents are quite literally like opposite ends of the SPF sunscreen spectrum. So my mom is a natural redhead, very, very like, you know, pale white skin, sunburn, like she gets burned so quickly in the sun. So she wears like the heavy duty sunscreen. My dad is from Africa, grew up in Ethiopia, very dark skin, and he's basically like, sunscreen is BS. So he never wears sunscreen. And so I'm kind of in the middle where I'm like, okay, like naturally, yes, like I have like middle dark skin, so there is some protection. Like I'm not gonna, I don't easily get sunburned. Like I have to be out in the sun to get burned. I have to be out in the sun for a long time to get burned. However, I'm like, I know it's still good to protect my skin. Like I'm not just gonna go out there with unprotected skin. So for me, it's not the end of the world if my sunscreen or my skincare isn't like 50, or I don't even know how high sunscreen goes. So this one is SPF 45. I have another, I'll show you my sunscreen that I use. Let's see. I have, so this is from Australia. It's called Bondi. I think it's Bondi. Bondi Sands, and it's SPF 50. And I'll just put this like on my neck, on my ears, any parts where like, you know, I missed that aren't my face. It's like as a rule of thumb, I try not to leave the house without some kind of sun protection on my skin, because it's like, whatever, I'm gonna get old, like that's the plan. I hope I live a very long life, and you can't completely avoid wrinkly skin or gray hair, but my thinking is like at least try to keep like healthy skin for as long as I can. Rico Lopez, hello. Yes, I am a Virgo. LOL, so what do you wash with before adding the... Okay, so NC, what I do in the morning is I just use water to like clean my face, because at the end of the day, like when I go to sleep, I cleanse my face with this. So when I'm waking up in the morning, it's like I've cleaned everything and put on some serum and moisturizer. So this one has, I don't even know. PHA 5% and aloe vera are the main things I think in this one. But I really like these products. I'm happy with like how clear my skin is. So I'm sticking with it. Peace and Joy is here. We can definitely make it to 100 likes tonight. Back to the Future. You got your mom's freckles 100%. My mom has freckles from head to toe. She has them on her face, arms, neck, legs, like everywhere. Like she is a freckly, redheaded woman. Tony says, I was looking through your very, very first video. Oh my God, so funny. Yes. My first video, the thing is, like, anyone who's starting on YouTube can understand what I'm saying. It's not good. Like, you're gonna be bad on camera, your talking is not gonna be good, the editing isn't gonna be good. Like, it's just, you have to start filming you have to start somewhere and just upload your videos. But yeah, like, first video, oh man, not the best, Tony. Hi Hannah, we did it. We made it to Friday and finished the work week. Yes, indeed, the Oreo Ritz. I'm so excited about it. JB says, I would not wake you. NC says, interesting. Do you find yourself forgetting all the time to reapply SPF throughout the day? The thing is, like, it sounds very unhealthy, but I actually don't spend a lot of time outside. So the only time during the typical work day that I'm outside is first thing in the morning. Like, I'll go on a quick, 10-15 minute morning walk, and I make sure, I just put on like my tinted SPF, and then I'll be out maybe for like an afternoon walk. I haven't been outdoors like nearly as much this year because I've been working so much on YouTube stuff. So I spend like the vast majority of my day inside, out of the sun. So I don't worry as much about my sunscreen. And also too, like with winter, so much of the year in Minnesota is winter. So it's like cloudy sky, not a ton of sunlight, and you're covered from like head to toe in like your winter, like you're wearing scarves, you're wearing a hood, you're wearing a hat, you're wearing mittens. So in the winter time or when it's really cold in Minnesota, like there's just, most of my skin is not exposed because I'm bundled up because it's very cold. I swear coffee really clears the skin. Maybe it does. Let's see, Willow Stewart Girl is here. You did your best for the first time and I will watch the rest each day. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Going back into the archives. NC says, I definitely do to X-Birdie. Yeah, I could definitely be better about reapplying my skin or my sunscreen. I feel like what I should have is like just a mini SPF bottle, and anytime I'm gonna like head outside quickly, just do a quick like reapply of my sunscreen. Water bottle in Australian accent. I really can't do the Australian accent. All I can do really is like, how about another shrimp on the barbie? But that's like I think that's a Jim Carrey impression. I don't even know if that's right. Hi, Kevin Martinez, doing well. Maria says, I'm not sure if you talked about Easter. How was your Easter? What did you do? I had a really fun Easter. I don't know if you were there last week for my live streams, Maria. Sorry if I'm forgetting, but I was wearing these bunny ears all of last week for Easter. I decorated some Easter eggs, and on Easter Sunday, actually 1 second, I don't want to forget about my falafel, but I will hold this thought and let you know what else I got up to on Easter. Ooh, these look so good, you guys. Oh my God. I'm gonna quickly turn these over and put them in for maybe another like 5 minutes. They're looking pretty crispy. Kevin, how are you doing? Happy Friday. Oh, come on. Oof, I'm so ready to eat, guys. It's painful. Still Me is here. Hello, hello. Oh, come on, flip falafel. I'm dying. stubborn. Okay. All right, just a few more minutes. Timer. Okay, Maria, I was gonna show you my Easter bag from Easter. Who else is here? Oh, Kirby sent makeup brush for 6 jewels 3 times. Love that. Yeah, it's Dumb and Dumber. Okay, yes, yes. Hannah, I watched Rachel and your mom do a live stream together in 2024. Then I subbed to Rachel's channel. I love that. My knees and heart won't allow me to exercise like I want, says Still Me. Games and Things said hi. Tony says you're welcome. I'm tired, but I'm gonna try to stay up. Yeah, you should buy those sun sticks or sun sprays. They're really convenient. I'm starting to get into Korean skincare. I'd like your take on it. Yeah, I've never done Korean skincare, but I feel like they're so famous for it. Stacy McDuff. Good night, Jalen. I didn't realize you were here, but so good to see you. Have a good night. And also, since you're a member, be sure to check out the newest members only video I did on the YouTuber meetup here in Minneapolis earlier this month. It was really fun. Mr. Dreamy is here. Kirby says, yeah, I watched Rachel's vlog. Looked like you guys had fun. Yes, very, very fun, Kirby. Thank you, JB. Arnold, I am just about 5'5". I'm like a hair short of 5'5". Hi, William Becky Jr. Okay, I think I got to all the comments. I was gonna show the Easter basket though that my mom, or Easter bag, not Easter basket. So my mom loves putting Easter baskets together and Easter bags this time. So this is what my Easter bag from my mom looked like. She included, I have it out on my counter, she included a Chipotle gift card, which is clutch. I love Chipotle so much. She put like glittery fake grass in here. Let's see, what else is in here? She put different like Easter bags in here, Easter eggs in here. This one has some chocolate eggs. The candy is not vegan, and honestly, I don't even care. So this is chocolate Cadbury eggs. Actually, I was wrong. Some of the candy is vegan. I'm not sure about these nerd gummies. I have not actually had one. Kind of want to try one though. And then there's another Easter egg in here with some Swedish fish. There's a Reese's chocolate bunny in here. Yeah, what else? I think this might be the one with Swedish fish. Yeah, which I think Swedish fish are vegan because they don't contain gelatin like other gummies. So it was a fun Easter. I still have some sweet treats from Easter. All right. Oof. I'm so hungry, guys. I'm dying. So I'm gonna take out, why do I have my lasagna still out here? I still have this big old casserole pan out. What else? How tall are you? Okay, Mr. Dreamy, hello. Korean skincare is really the new skincare. I feel like, yeah, Korean skincare sets the bar. Deborah Pruitt, hello. I'm back, I accidentally left. No worries, Willow Stewart girl. You'll see by the time, hopefully, that your skin feels dewy and glowy naturally. It almost feels like your skin drinks the products. The YouTuber event looked fun. Yes, Kirby, you should check and see if YouTube has already come through Mississippi. Because, I mean, I don't know how far it would be for you to get to whichever city they pick. But it was really fun if you can make it to yours. Hi, Coco babies. Brandon Dean is here. Your lasagna is almost gone already. Yes, my family wiped it out. There's only, I think there's only like 2 slices. Yeah, 2 slices left. This is a little hot. Okay, falafel coming out. Looks super good. Okay, guys, time to finally eat this food. I can't wait. I don't know if it's weird, but I noticed you have really strong biceps. Like, yes, girl, it's so funny. Oh my God, this kills me. This is so, like, people always comment on my arms, but like my arms are the weakest part of my body. Like, the only reason why you see my muscles is because it's like skin, muscle, and bone. But I just, like, I don't do a lot of arm workouts and stuff. I've always had pretty like skinny arms. And so because they're naturally skinny, you can just see the muscles a lot better because there's like no fat. So it's people comment and it makes me laugh because I'm like, I'll take it. But also I can do maybe like 5 push-ups. I don't have a lot of upper body strength. But thank you, Maria. Hi, Ling Ling Lee. Patience is here. Crazy Sick Wine. Thank you. I'm about to feast after a couple of hours now. Also, I'm trying to think of a trivia question I could do. Maybe I could recycle one I did on Wednesday, which was guess my favorite Italian food, even though this is not Italian. I could do maybe my favorite Middle Eastern food since I'm eating falafel. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let me dish this up first though. I feel like I keep getting distracted. Joe Talks is here. Do you think these messages are called comments or messages? I just say comments. Boy, oh boy. Potatoes, I think maybe next, or maybe the falafel, I don't know. So falafel I'll put on next. I'm dating my crush now. Ooh, nice. Nice job, Willow. I bet your family enjoyed it. Yes, my family did like the lasagna that I brought over yesterday. Thank you, Crazy Sick Wine. Okay. Thanks, Deborah Pruitt. Hannah does her push-ups. Oh, Adrian, you've been a member for 1 month. I love that. Yes, you get a special message that you get to do. Testing out this member message thing, yes. I've seen this a few times before. Thanks for messaging that. Cool that you've been a member for a month now. Hannah does her push-ups and burpees. I should do more. I should work on my weaknesses. Ouch. I'll start with like 4 because I am very hungry. Rich with the Cristianos, most definitely my friends. Models of skinny straight arms, you have model arms. I will take it. I've always had like, it's just, yeah, it's just like the part of my body where I could eat a pound, like I could eat like a literal ton of like donuts and cheeseburgers, and I feel like it's just none of the excess fat would go to my arms. It would all go to like the lower half of my body. It's like, it's never my arms. I'm tired, I gotta go, says Willow Stewart girl. And she says, I agree with comments. Hi, Nancy. All right, and now potatoes. I feel like I need a spatula or something. Maybe not. Or maybe I do. Dun, dun, dun. Oof. Suddenly my hunger peaked. Like it's suddenly like very painful. some toppings I want to add on here. But first, let me see. Love watching your videos. Thank you, Nova Midnight. Nice, Adrian. Yes, love the member messages that you get. Weird and random question, but did you ever make your future baby's name list when you were, oh, I have, yes, Maria, yes. I have like my favorite names, my favorite boy names and my favorite girl names. Like they've been the same forever. So I know, I mean, the thing is you always have to kind of, I would say you have to compromise with your spouse. So it's like if my future husband, spouse, whatever, was like strongly against a certain name that I loved, I'd be like, oh, it sucks. But also like, it would be unfortunate if one parent really liked a name and one parent really didn't. But yes, I already have like my favorite boy and girl names picked out. Adrian says, TBH confession, I'm not even vegan, lol, just love the channel, but it has empowered me to explore the healthy side more. The thing is, it's like, I'm not telling, like, I would not want everyone in the world to be vegan anyways. Like that's not my MO. I just like sharing food that I make on here. So it's all good, Adrian. Ajinkia, oh my goodness, Ajinkia, I have thought of you because I know you have a huge exam coming up in June. How is your studying going, Ajinkia? What's your favorite food to make and eat? That's so hard. I go back and forth because it's like, I like making tofu. I like making, I think pancakes are the most fun to make. I'm gonna go with pancakes. Wait, Arnold says, can I paint a picture of you? Go ahead, Arnold. I was gonna put some toppings on here. I've got some pickles. I've got some red cabbage, although, how does this look? This is pretty old. The thing is, it's pickled, but it smells a little funky, so I'm gonna maybe not do that. I've had it for a very long time. It's like pickling helps things to last longer, but still, there's like a shelf life. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. And then tahini. I do love tahini. Okay, we've got wünsch dir noch einen schönen Tag. Meiner fängt jetzt an, muss mit den Hunden raus. Schade, dass du nicht den Welpen sehen kannst, wie toll es geworden ist. Ja, das ist schade, Alexander. Haben alle eine ganz tolle Familie bekommen. Nice. Treffen uns nächste Woche mit den Welpen, das wird schön. Also, viel Spaß mit den Hunden, Alexander, und ein schönes Wochenende wünsche ich dir. Do you love tempeh? Yes, Maria. If you go to my channel, you'll see that I have made several recipes with tempeh. Like, I like to make vegan BLTs with tempeh, seasoned tempeh. All right, so got some tahini on here, and then I'm gonna add some pickles. Don't forget syrup, yuck. No way. What was I gonna do? I was gonna grab another fork for these pickles, which are almost gone. Just a few left in here, but I figured I would just do kind of a Mediterranean plate. Whenever I go to a falafel place and have a build your own bowl, I always pick out pickles to put on the bowl. It's like Chipotle except Middle Eastern. Thank you, Arnold. All right, so that's about it for the pickles. Oh shoot. There we go. Da-da-da. Finally, time to eat, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm ready. It's been 2 hours. And then I want to put another poll question in here for you guys. Okay. Pancakes with kiwi and strawberries. I don't think I've ever had pancakes with kiwi in my life, but I definitely have had pancakes with strawberry, and it's very tasty. Where are the parsnips? Oh, this is really good falafel. Yum. It's really soft. I might put some spicy dill hot sauce on here. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna put some lemon on here too. And then some hot sauce. Super good. It's called Heartbeat Hot Sauce. It's from Thunder Bay, Canada. I don't eat honey because it's not vegan, and I actually really don't like the flavor of honey. I never have. Even as a kid, I thought it was really gross. All right. Spicy, spicy. Finally, dinner time. Ergo Video Oasis is here. Maria asked, have you ever attempted to make sourdough bread? No, and I actually don't really like bread. I don't enjoy making it. I tend to stay away from bread because I like to stay away from processed grains unless it's just a dessert item. I try to treat processed grains like flours as something you eat in cakes, muffins, pancakes, but I generally just don't eat bread. Thanks, Arnold. You're brilliant. All right, Kevin says, what? No pizza, no mozzarella sandwiches? Not tonight. JB says, that's right. Hi, Ashley. JB says, oh, okay. Looks delicious. Hi, Easy. Canada, yes. Hot sauce. The hot sauce I'm using and eating are from Thunder Bay. I love Thunder Bay. What a fun place. I was there in 2022. Thank you, Tony. I hope you have a nice Friday night as well. You don't like honey? No. I hate the flavor of honey. There's like this, I don't even know how to describe it, but I found it tasted really gross as a kid. And I don't like it I never outgrew that. So I still don't like the flavor of honey, but I don't eat it because it's an animal product and vegans don't eat animal products. So that's an easy one for me to just skip out on because I never liked it in the first place. Easy says smart thinking. Hi, Batman. JB says, TTYL Hannah, if you ever want to chat, I'm not hard to find. Neither am I. I'm on live stream 4 nights a week. See you later, JB. My relationship tea. I'm bored. Sure, you can share your relationship tea, Abby. True, easy. Smart to have a napkin. Have a good night, Peyton Miller. Thank you for joining. That tea ain't working for ya. Grinding gear games. I don't know. Let's hear it, Abby or Abby. Zorro. One second. I'm eating roasted potatoes, which are on this side. Quinoa, which is, I mean, it's a starchy seed, technically. It's similar to like if you had brown rice or maybe couscous. And then these bigger brown balls are falafel, which are essentially just it's chickpea flour or chickpea batter with spices. Zoro says okay. Ooh, yuck. All right, most honey made partly from corn syrup. Yeah, just, ooh, not a fan of honey. This guy I was talking to for a while suddenly quit talking and a week later found out. Wasn't even man enough to tell me. Oh, yeah, I mean, it happens. That doesn't seem too unusual. Some people just ghost you, which is kind of lame. Oh my gosh, Rated Frog, you made it! Zoro, I am vegan, so I don't eat any meats, and I don't eat eggs or dairy products. Like anything that came from an animal originally, I don't eat it. How are you, Rated Frog? Happy Friday! 100 likes, I saw that. Thanks, people. We made it to 100 likes. Also, I want to put in a second trivia question for you all. Yeah. It's very frustrating when someone, whether or not it's a romantic relationship, but someone you've been in correspondence with, you've been chatting with them, you've been typing, or you've been texting, you've been emailing, whatever, and then it just suddenly like goes silent, like the conversation, you're like, what happened? Like you suddenly just stopped talking to me. Rated Frog, hello. Ryan Ford. Oh, let's wait. Okay, Ryan. Although I just ate an hour ago, I'm getting hungry. Nice, easy. Vegan life, yes. All right, second poll question. I'm gonna do, guess my favorite Middle Eastern dish. Is it? Oh, this is tough. Let me think. I gotta think here for a moment. Give me a second here. Is it? There's so many good ones. All right, I got them. So, is it tabbouleh? Is it falafel with rice? Is it spicy lentil soup? Or stuffed grape leaves? All right, new trivia question, guys. Second one of the night. Guess my favorite Middle Eastern dish. Being ghosted sucks. Also, hi, Anna C. I'm sorry, Abby. I actually prefer being ghosted rather than the person telling me why they stopped liking me. LOL, I don't want to hear them say anything bad about me. It's true. I mean, sometimes that hurts more because you're like, dang, that's like, it can be hard to hear. It's honest, like I appreciate honesty from people, but it still can hurt to hear it, you know, especially if it is about you. Like, I learned this about you and I decided I was like really put off by that and I didn't want to like be in a relationship with you. Truth hurts, as Lizzo says in her song. I think that's the name of her song. But yeah, I appreciate honesty, but truth hurts big time sometimes. Arnold says being attractive and brilliant and vegan is a mood. I suppose so. Vegan food is tasty. I think so. I mean, I will say not all vegan food is tasty. I have been vegan for 13 years now, and I have had some truly terrible, terrible vegan foods that I've either purchased from a restaurant or from a food truck or whatever from a store, or I've made myself and they just turned out really bad, or it just like the texture was wrong. I've had some really bad veggie burgers that were just kind of like bland and mushy and didn't have any real flavor. I've had some pretty bad vegan cheeses that didn't melt or they just did not substitute real cheese very well. So there's hits and misses, but there's ways to have very delicious vegan food. M. Chem, I'm doing well. Good to see you again. Stuffed grape leaves, of course, says NC. What do you think of Impossible Burgers, John B? I absolutely love them. I'm a huge fan of Impossible Burgers. Whenever I'm on the road and I'm driving through, you know, like a rural region, like if I'm driving up to northern Minnesota where I have family, most of the drive is just like farm country and pretty rural. But one thing you can consistently find is either Burger King's or Taco Bell. And some of you probably have seen this or know this, that Burger King for several years now have offered to put, like if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can swap out a beef patty on their burgers for an Impossible Burger. And I grew up eating tons of Burger King, regular Burger King, and I would get the Whopper, I think it's just called the Whopper. And I love like the sauce and the toppings. And now whenever I go to Burger King, like if I need a really quick, just like simple fast food meal, it's not like I'm looking for anything that's super, super healthy, but just like not just like potato chips or like a salad, but something that's actually like a sandwich for me to eat if I'm driving in rural America. Burger King Impossible Whopper sandwiches are so good. If you're vegan, I think you have to ask for like no mayo and no, I forget what else, but it's so good. I love that I can still have things at Burger King just with a Impossible Burger. Zoro says, I am asking you that because I am Indian. Oh, vegan food is tasty. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you want to eat tasty vegan food, just go to an ethnic restaurant. Go to a Chinese restaurant, go to a Japanese restaurant, go to a Thai restaurant, go to an Indian restaurant, go to a Mexican restaurant, go to a Peruvian restaurant. I mean, the cuisines of the world, Middle Eastern, like restaurant, it's so easy and so delicious to be vegan all around the world. Because I mean, so many cultures have really great protein alternatives like Chinese dishes, Japanese dishes, and Thai dishes. You can usually get tofu instead of chicken or duck or pork or whatever. Veggie spring rolls are typically what I'll get as an appetizer at Thai restaurants, and sometimes, I don't know if Chinese restaurant, yeah, I guess they do have spring rolls. Yeah, but it is so, like, I would say the vast majority of Asian cuisines and Middle Eastern cuisines and at least some African cuisines, like, have really great veggie options. Vegan Whopper, yeah. Usually, honestly, like, even if, like, for people who are not vegan, if you just want to, like, try it and see what it tastes like, it's so convincing as a regular burger. I think, having grown up eating all the fast food burgers, I think it's really good. Like, say, I don't know, say you're a meat eater and you have given up meat for Lent, or for some reason you're not eating, like you're doing a meatless Monday challenge. Like, just go to Taco Bell. If you ever find yourself doing a meat-free day for whatever reason it is, go to Burger King, go to Chipotle, go to Taco Bell, I'm trying to think of other places where it's like, it's just so easy and it won't be like a sad, depressing, meatless meal because it's actually really tasty. John B says, I like them too, but don't read the nutrition label, loaded with preservatives and strange ingredients. Yeah, I mean, it's still processed. That's the thing. Like I would say one of my better qualities is I can't BS myself. So even if something is labeled as, oh, it's vegan, but you turn the label around and you're looking at the back and you're like, well, there's 1,000 ingredients in this vegan product and half of them I can't even identify or pronounce. It's like, yeah, it's still processed and not great for you. So yeah, I'm not saying like, oh, just eat Impossible Burgers and you're gonna be a Buddhist monk and super healthy. No, it's still processed. It's highly processed and has lots of additives in it. But I do love it as a substitute. If I'm gonna have like a big juicy cheeseburger, like just at that point, I'm not eating for nutrition. I'm eating because it's gonna be like a really tasty meal that happens to be vegan. Afzal Pasha, I see you. Oh, Rated Frog at Burger King today. Nice. What did you order from Burger King, Rated Frog? What's your go-to? Crazy Sick Wine says, I had a veggie burger that I will never forget. I was, oh no, you were sick with E. coli poisoning. I have had E. coli once, and at least one, I think it was just once. It was horrible. It was so disgusting. Hi, B. Jace. Just chatting, and we're talking about vegan food right now. I'm vegan, if you don't know. M. Chem, I've made a falafel plate with some roasted potatoes and quinoa. It's not very hot anymore, but that's okay. Mr. Audang is here. LB Outdoors, hello. All right, Duolingo. Sorry, I don't like talking with my mouth open, but I also don't want to get behind in the chat. Okay, Duolingo asked, why are you vegan? 2 reasons, health reasons, just want to eat plants for the rest of my life. And second reason is I just don't care to put my money toward animal products. I'd rather purchase plant-based products. Arnold is asking, what's your biggest pet peeve? Ooh. What? Oh gosh, pet peeve. It's like when people are not, any situation where people are being like, either like not courteous or rude. I can't stand when people are just like loud in places that should be quiet, like libraries, or I don't know, like just overly loud people. Like being just like loud and not polite in public is kind of annoying. I would say honestly, like, so Minnesota legalized marijuana, was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago. And I really, I smell marijuana all the time. Walking around Minneapolis or driving around, like you can smell it even when cars go past you. I really hate having to smell marijuana a lot more now because it's legal and people just smoke in public places. Another big pet peeve of mine is, what was it? Shoot. Oh, when people like over talk someone else in a conversation, I'm just like, it's so rude. Like you should have the maturity to let the person finish before you just butt in and over talk them. I cannot stand over talking. Zorro is a vegetarian. Vietnamese spring rolls with fish sauce. I do love Vietnamese spring rolls. Yes, Brian. Kirby says, did you plan to be vegan for the rest of your life when you first decided to become vegan? Yes, 100%. Or was it something you wanted to try out? I mean, I figured I would stick with it because I had been so scarred by the books that I read and the documentaries I watched. I mean, they were so brutal and violent. I mean, think of like PETA investigators going into these animal farms and like showing these just wretched, very dirty, terrible living conditions that different animals are living in. Just watching animals being harvested in different ways that are just very prolonged and painful for the animal. It's just like watching that, I was like, yeah, like if these poor things are going through this, I can definitely stick to a diet that doesn't involve this. So yes, the plan from the beginning was forever being a vegan, Kirby. I bet you're full and cannot finish off that plate of food. I think I will finish off this plate of food. It's just a matter of trying to chat with you all and not be chewing the whole time. Kai is back. Good to see you again. Taco Bell used to have the 7-layer burrito. I think I remember that, now that you say it, Parker. Kai, your posts have me laughing. Fries, nuggets, and a cheeseburger. Solid. Love it. Rated Frog. Sounds like a great, I'm assuming it was like your Friday night dinner. Barbecued. LOL, like the earrings. Thank you. These are Christmas earrings that have turned into year-round earrings because they were popular. Haj is here. Haj Hossein, I think. Larry Middleton says, I definitely agree. Did you become vegan after watching the Netflix documentary? Okay, I'll tell you all of the things that I mean, you guys, this was in 2012, so I'm really digging back into this was like almost half a lifetime ago, because I'm 32, I'm gonna be 32 in September. But I remember reading the book Skinny Bitch, which is like a sassy, like, go vegan for these reasons. I remember reading that. I thought it was really entertaining but informative. The documentaries I watched were Forks Over Knives, really, really good one. That one has like, I think one like medical doctor and another like food science nutritionist, and they really like talk about why it's like, it's a good idea to be vegan. And then like the very scarring, grisly, just hard to watch, heart-wrenching is the word I would use to describe it, documentary is Earthlings, narrated by Joaquin Phoenix, who is vegan, and he's like a very like outspoken vegan. That one's a tough one to watch, because you basically see, it's not that all farms or animal facilities are like this, but some of them definitely are, and they definitely, like, they show the worst conditions for farmed animals, and it's really painful to watch. So yeah, those were the two main documentaries, and then I read several other books. I subscribed to a magazine. I read stuff on the internet, and I was like, okay, I've definitely like consumed enough stuff that I feel like I can like try this out and make it last. I don't know who that is or what that is. Chem. Hi, Anna Rivera. All right. Edemsic, I think. Thank you. Badger Wolf, have you changed your mind to Adam Sandler being the greatest actor ever? I don't think that's ever gonna happen, no. I really can't stand him as an actor and comedian. Jingxia, I don't know what that is. Chem says yes. What's your favorite color? Being something you don't like, no. What's your favorite color? Favorite color is pink. I don't know what the rest of your question means. Dragolube, hello again. Kai with all the emojis. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You guys, I say this all the time. I am pro hunting and I am pro animal husbandry. I think like if you raise the animals right and you give them good food and you show them kindness, like the day that they are harvested for food or, you know, leather products or whatever, like I still wouldn't eat it. That's like a personal preference. Like I wouldn't consume those products, but it makes me so much happier knowing that, as Kirby has said, one bad day for the animal. So like my grandparents were farmers. I respect farmers. I appreciate the skills and the hard work that goes into being a farmer. Like I would not make a good farmer because I just would struggle with all the upkeep. So no, I think farming is awesome. I think hunting is awesome too, and fishing. I appreciate the skills that it takes to learn all that, and basically the wilderness is your grocery store. So yeah, it's just, for me, it's like the suffering that's such a bummer with certain like food manufacturers. Thank you, Ola. Didn't see you there. Hello, hello. I appreciate it. Let's see. LOL Skinny Bee. I know, that's the name of the book. They were clearly going for a very like sassy, eye-catching title. It is a fun book though. It's a fun book to read. I'm gonna say falafel with rice. I'm not too keen on Middle Eastern dishes. Dang, you're so well traveled. That's cool, says Ola. I did a lot of traveling in my 20s. I was like not in the same place for more than a year. It was just, that's not totally true, but it felt like every year, every summer or so, I was like packing up all my belongings and moving somewhere else. LOL Adam Sandler. Durian Ryder is a vegan YouTuber from Australia. I'm gonna have to check. Is that I'm guessing it's a guy? I don't know the name Durian. Durian Ryder. Let's see this. Actually, let me just search him now. Durian Ryder. This is amazing. Durian Ryder. Oh my gosh, his dog is so cute. Carb the F up. Oh my gosh, how funny. Oh, he's like, interesting. He's an older. I mean, I wasn't sure if it was like a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. Cool, I'm gonna subscribe to him. Okay, Durian Ryder, love that. Thank you. Was it Ola? No, it was Parker who said that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanner Johnson. I will like and heart your super chat, I think is what it's called. Let's see. Fine. I'll sell my farm. No, don't do it. If you're gonna do it, don't do it because of me. I'm not a hater on the farmers. Ola says, Hannah in the building. Ola, have you seen the newest members only video that I posted for you guys? I posted it last night. It's a YouTube, it was a creator meetup that YouTube put on here in Minneapolis. So I made a little video about it. Stoned Papa Smurf, I do not eat honey. And it's not even because honey is not vegan. It's because I have always disliked honey from when I was like a small child. I never, ever liked honey. So it was like a non-consideration when I decided to go vegan. I was like, oh, I don't even have to think about that. It'd be like if I had hated chicken, or if I had hated beef my whole life, even as a kid. It's like I don't even have to think about it when I go vegan because I never liked it anyways. So I'm never gonna, it's not like I would ever buy it at the grocery store. Schönen Tag noch, muss los. Bis später, Alexander, bis Sonntag. Für mich, aber das ist Montag für dich. Why I hate farmers? I tried being vegan for a few decades, but now I'm vegetarian. I was never given mother's milk, but only had soy milk as a baby. Still love soy milk. I do like soy milk, Kevin. Thank you, Dragoliube. A. Marie is here. Amazing. It's an ant farm, but still, I like ants. I think ants are so cute. Ola says, I seen some folks fishing earlier today out at the harbor. Took the kids to Great Wolf Lodge out in Maryland. You have to go. It's water parks That's so interesting because we have a Great Wolf Lodge here in Minnesota. I wonder if it's the same. Oh, okay. Yes, you just said it's a lot of locations across the US. I have been to the Great Wolf Lodge here in, I think it's just outside of Minneapolis. Hello again, happy Friday. Thank you, Paul, 1969. Hi, Rich P. Owa Gaming Channel. I feel like I am going to be sneezing again. Maybe not. Ooh, almost did though. Ola says, hey everybody, happy weekend. Yes, happy weekend to everyone. Thanks again, Tanner. Like and heart. Cool dude is here. I will check out the new video. Yes, members, if you did not see it, if you don't have the notifications turned on or whatever, just so you know, there is a brand new video for you to watch. Only members can see it, and it is a video that I did summing up what it was like going to a YouTuber event here in Minneapolis that YouTube as a company and platform put together. It was really fun. MChem, thank you. A Marie says, girl, you're as radiant as the morning dew, glistening from the sun on a rose. Love it. Thank you so much. Ola says, I seen the one when you talked about the creator convention. Oh, okay. I think you, so then you saw it. Thanks for posting. I didn't know they did those. No, okay, so you guys, check the YouTube website. They are going to all, because, okay, for those of you who don't know, YouTube as a platform turned 20 this year. YouTube is 20 years old, and to celebrate its 20th birthday, YouTube is hosting creator meetups in all 50 states in the United States. So, I mean, some of them have already passed, but I would say, I mean, I don't know where it, I think there's like a blog or something. You'd have to Google it, but just see, okay, in my state, if you live in Texas, just Google YouTube Creator Collective Meetup Texas date. There might be more than one date. I would guess, for example, like in New York City, in California, like big old places with tons of creators, they probably have them in multiple cities or on multiple days. Like I'm sure in New York City, I would expect them to do maybe like 2 days over a weekend, or I don't know. California, I would guess there might be one in San Francisco, Los Angeles. I don't know any other places that would, there's tons of bigger cities in California, but you know what I mean. Versus there was just one day here in Minnesota. It was here in Minneapolis. Peace and joy. Bee fun fact, they regurgitate the nectar. Yep, I remember learning that as a kid, and I think that contributed more to my dislike of honey because I never liked the flavor of honey. Even as a kid, I loved sugary stuff. I loved all of the unhealthy cereals, but I never liked the cereals Honeycombs or it was like Golden Grams, I think, was flavored with honey. Ugh, anything honey flavored I thought was so gross. And then I learned in some class about how bees make honey, and I was like, that is disgusting. If I didn't already hate honey enough, now I really, really hate it. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but to me it makes honey even more gross. Alrighty. Alexander, mit dir würde ich gerne mal was trinken gegen Tee, Kaffee, aber du wohnst zu weit weg. Ja, das ist schade. Bist ein toller Mensch. Danke, Alexander. There is also one in Toronto. Ooh, okay. Well, people in Toronto, check it out then. Hi, Tanner Johnson with the wonderful super chats. It's the bomb. The treetop climbing thing is nice. Yeah, there's a great wolf in Dallas area. Oh, very cool. Ola says that video is very informative. I'm glad to hear it. I put my phone in a Ziploc bag and took videos going down the water slides. I would never risk my cell phone, even for that kind of footage. I would be so sad if my phone somehow got like water damage. Not adding a mod, but thanks for asking though, big man. Army, hello, so I'm going. Go check them out. Happy weekend. Enjoy. You too, NC, if you're heading out. Thanks for joining. 20 years now. Look how far it's come. Yeah, it is so cool to see how much YouTube has changed. Hi, James Diamond with all the emojis. The draft made me happy. Ooh, are you talking about the NFL draft tonight? Someone mentioned that earlier. I think it was Randy. Happy weekend, NC. Oh no, shoot. Let me go back. Damn it. Okay. Still live, I see. Haha, nice. This fools you, 19169. I am in a small town in SoCal, says James Diamond. Kevin says, no fair. By the time you eat, the food in your stomach would be already digested from your stomach, but I know that's how you found space for tasty food you prepared. Yeah, it's just kind of like I'll eat whenever. It's not a big deal. Gianna Forever is here. Honey Nut Cheerios, LOL. How loud can you scream? Not gonna read, not gonna say that. Wait, what's so disgusting about how bees make honey? Because of, it's like the regurgitation. It comes from their saliva, I believe. Happy weekend. Hey, Gianna, howdy. Gotta get Manuka honey. Way different, better for your health. Hi, David. Thomas Jefferson is here. I'm back again and I'm slowly getting better from being sick. Okay, that's good to hear. LOL, they like order a waterproof bag from Amazon. I still would never risk it. How long are you streaming for? Boy, I already hit the 3-hour mark. So maybe for another 15 minutes and then I might call it a night. I do want to eat some more of this. It's gone pretty cold, but that's all right. Whatever. Thank you, Oakley Bull. Hello, Khalif 254. Kevin says, oh, did you say the D word? Yes. Thank you, MChem. These earrings have been a hit over the last few months. Sorry, mouthful. All right, Cassidy, I see you. Happy weekend. How was your week? How was your Friday? Any fun plans for the weekend, Cassidy? Does your family watch you as you stream? Sometimes. Not all the time, Kevin, but sometimes you'll see my mom in here. Her username is Miss Ruby Red Wing. My dad, it's funny, for as techie as he is, he's retired now, but he was a career, or he retired as like a software database engineer. Very smart when it comes to computers, but he's just not present on social media whatsoever. So he's like aware of YouTube, but he doesn't watch. And my sister is also a YouTuber, so she'll be in, she's actually one of my mods, so she'll come in sometimes and comment. So my sister and my mom will sometimes be on my, either in the chat or they'll be watching and not commenting in the chat. Stone Papa Smurf, did you make the falafel yourself? I did not. This was pre-made falafel that I got at the grocery store. I'll show you the package. I have made my own falafel in the past, but let me tell you, it's so labor intensive. It takes hours. So I just picked up this pre-made falafel in the freezer section of my grocery store. I don't know if you guys, like, is Trader Joe's in all 50 states? I got the falafel from Trader Joe's. Kevin says that's cool. Rated Frog is asking, Hannah, are you watching the boxing tomorrow? I have no clue what's going on. If it's boxing, I'm probably not going to watch it. I was watching WrestleMania this past weekend. Rated Frog. Did you see my new Seth emoji. You probably did. I feel like I'll say this, WWE only. Cassidy says, hopefully a restful weekend. Same here. Saturday mornings are the best. I know. I get so excited for my Saturday morning. So this weekend, my strategy for weekends, because I like to take advantage of weekends to do YouTube stuff, whether it's filming stuff or just planning for the week, editing, posting. I try to do something over the weekend to toward YouTube stuff, but I also really try to get some rest in over the weekend and catch up on sleep. So usually I'll only do some activity or social stuff on one of my 2 weekend days. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with 2 high school friends and we're gonna get lunch, so that should be fun. Just got home and I saw you were live. Have a great night. Thank you, Felipe Reyes. I appreciate that. Hope you have a great evening and a wonderful weekend. Stone Papa Smurf says, I worked on a falafel truck in Boston when I was younger. What was that like? Did you enjoy that experience? Yes, I saw WrestleMania. Nice. There's a Trader Joe's in New Jersey I know of. Okay. Cool. I love WWE. I mean, it's very scripted and dramatic. I can't actually watch the real fighting sports. My heart is breaking the whole time because I don't like, even though it's a sport and they're there voluntarily, I really can't watch people getting beat up or fighting each other. It stresses me out. I really don't like it. Trader Joe's is right down the street from here and I go there habitually. Nice. Yeah, Kevin, I am a huge fan of Trader Joe's. Hi, Pramila. Bye. I will be back later. I'm going to the carnival. Ooh, that's cool, Kai. Hannah, you always look fresh and well rested. I got a ton of sleep last night, you guys. I will just be open and say I got 11 hours of sleep last night. I mean, I was running a deficit. I could tell I was tired. I had lost some sleep earlier in the week and I was like, okay, I just need to get to bed and let myself rest until I need to get up for work. So I got 11 hours. So I feel when you get that much sleep, how can you not feel refreshed and ooh, I feel it shows in my eyes and generally in my face when I don't get enough sleep. And I can just feel the fatigue and it's just miserable for me being under rested. So I feel very, very well rested and energetic because I got so much sleep last night that I was desperate to get. William Thurman is here. Cassidy, we've got some new emojis. Yes, Cassidy, there are some fun new emojis. You nailed them. Yes. Mike and Tuck's Adventures from Australia. Oh my goodness, it must be well into your afternoon over there on Saturday. Jerry Carolyn. Oh dang, that's unfortunate. My favorite wrestler, Stoned Papa Smurf. In case it isn't clear, it's midnight for you, William. Yeah, it's 11:04 for me, so you must be somewhere out east. Hey, what's your favorite food? M-Chem, my favorite food of all time is Ethiopian food. I'm Ethiopian. I grew up eating it all the time. It's super, super nutritious. It has so much naturally vegan food. They cook with a lot of lentils, green beans, potatoes, cabbage, carrots, beets. It's just a rainbow of beautiful veggies. So yes, Ethiopian food is my all-time favorite food. That's awesome. Sleep is like the fountain of youth. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Kevin, the more I have listened to podcasts with medical doctors and scientists who study the brain, and they study the effects of sleep and the benefits of getting enough sleep and the dangers of not getting enough sleep. It's like you hear all of these cold hard facts about how important sleep is. I was listening to one doctor the other day on a podcast, and she's a sleep doctor, so she studies and helps treat patients who struggle with sleep or health conditions related to sleep. And she was saying that when you're asleep, that's when the brain like clears toxins out of the brain. So sleep is super, super important because it's helping your brain like clear itself out and maintain itself. Yeah, I love sleeping, and I naturally need a lot of sleep. I would say ideally every night I would get 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I can work, like I can be functional at work and be okay at like with a minimum of 6 hours, but I'm still like I can feel the burn in my eyes on 6. Ideally it's like 7.5 or more. I can usually be fine and not feel like the afternoon dip in my energy. Hi Corey Garnett, good to see you again. Stone Papa Smurf says that's awesome, so cool, you like wrestling. Yes, I have gone to 2 live wrestling events in my life. I went to a local, it was called WrestlePalooza here in Minneapolis, and then I did go to a WWE show in Minneapolis at Target Center, which is where the werewolves, lol, where the Timberwolves basketball team plays here. And I got to see John Cena in person. I got to see Roman Reigns in person. Seth Rollins. They call him the Demon. He's Irish, I think. I forget his name. The Uso twins. Who else? Bianca Belair. I'm forgetting so many, but it was so fun. Yeah, I do like WWE. William says, Michigan for me. I bet you are in Iowa. Not quite, William. I was close. Yes, Minnesota. That is why I have a members emoji in the shape of Minnesota, because I am based in Minneapolis, born and raised here. Spent several years, out east and abroad, but I love Minnesota. I'm here to stay. Favorite place in the world. I always forget that Michigan is it all of Michigan that's East Coast time, or is it like at a certain point? Because in my head, Michigan, I just clump Michigan together with the rest of the Midwestern states like the Dakotas, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri. I'm like, oh yeah, we're all part of the Midwest, but then I remember checking a time in Michigan for something, or I forget what it was. Someone was in Michigan or whatever. And I was like, wait, they're East Coast time? That's crazy. Do you have a Twitter? I have never had, well, have I had a Twitter? Boy, I mean, if I do, I don't even remember what my username is. I never liked Twitter as a platform. Mufasa is here. Looks like from Argentina, perhaps. I think that's the Argentinian flag. William says, nice. I've been to that super Mall of America. Yes, Mall of America is very fun. I don't get sick of it, even though I've been to Mall of America probably 30 times in my life, at least. All right, let's eat some more of this falafel. I'm also gonna close the poll question in like a minute. Yeah, me too. You don't like Twitter, okay. Yeah, there's just certain platforms I don't like the look of them. Twitter for me, it was just so much text and then maybe some like memes or GIFs or whatever. But for me, I've realized I love video, like I like when a platform is mostly video content. So I prefer YouTube, obviously, and TikTok. I actually don't have a TikTok, but I'll see a lot of TikTok reels or whatever they're called, like posted on, maybe they're just called TikToks, posted on YouTube, like with the watermark that says TikTok. Never used X. Yeah, I mean, Twitter X. I don't even know what it officially is these days. Rich with the Cristiano. Corey the GOAT. WWE was in Vegas last week. Oh my goodness, Corey. Yes, I was watching WrestleMania at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas last weekend. I want to go to one of these mega WWE events, you guys, because they were showing all these celebrities who were in attendance at this event in Las Vegas. They showed, oh my God, Chris Angel, who is a magician. I believe he still has a residency in Las Vegas. They were showing George Kittle. I think he's on the 49ers. I can't remember which team he's on. They just kept showing like it was like actors, rappers, social media, like YouTube, internet people. It was like 60,000 people too. It was insane. Like the number of people like I was watching it on my streaming app and I was like, dang, this crowd looks like the Super Bowl crowd. There's so many people at WrestleMania. Let me close the poll before I forget. Well done, you guys. You got it. Corey the GOAT. I guess spicy lentil soup. Hi, your local Ella. I'm a vegetarian, says Mufasa. When they speak to me in English, but you have nice empathy. Thank you, Mufasa. Zach Verser, are you rich? I feel like rich is a relative term. I'm rich compared to some people, but I am poor compared to Warren Buffett and Taylor Swift and Elon Musk. I mean, I would say I'm like right in the middle. If we're going like full spectrum of like rags and riches. All right, results for the poll. Falafel with rice just barely got the most with 29%, and it is falafel with rice. Nice. I was wondering if maybe I could throw you off since I am eating that here. Not with rice, but close enough. I do love the other three things I listed. Spicy lentil soup is amazing, love tabbouleh, and stuffed grape leaves. It was so much fun this weekend, says Corey Garnett. Your local Ella, I do remember you. Thank you, Zach Verser. The boundary is about 50 miles east of Chicago near Lake Michigan. Interesting. Yeah, I would drive with my family. We would drive out east all the time. And I could never remember where we switched because we would go Minnesota, just start here in Minneapolis and then drive through Wisconsin, then hit Illinois, get to Chicago, and then Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, I think then New York, maybe New Jersey. I could never, I was like, where do we switch over? I feel like it was somewhere in Indiana. We would jump over to Eastern time. William, I love red beans and rice. It's kind of complicated. Yeah, I still get a little tripped up with time zones. For the most part, I can guess what it is based on my, like, the map of the United States, but there's a few places I'm like, not sure. Oh. Well, guys, I think I will call it a night. It's been over 3 hours now. But before I go, of course, I'll give you guys a reminder of my next live stream. Reminder everyone, I'll be going live again this Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. You know the drill. Oop. So come back in a couple days and chat. Bye, Robert Artson. Thank you so much. Rich is here still. Thank you. And thank you again, Rich, for the super thanks I saw pop up during this live stream. Stone Papa Smurf says you're cool. Thank you. Really nice chatting with you tonight. Thanks so much, Back to the Future, for being a wonderful mod. There were so many times I was just working my way through the chat and I didn't even see whatever comment it was that you completely got rid of. So thank you for clearing those out. Thank you, Maria, for all your great comments and questions. Really fun chatting with you. Hope to see you on Sunday. Yes, thank you everyone for joining the live stream. Good job on the polls tonight too. Yes, Maria, can't wait. I'll be live in 2 days on Sunday. You too, Kevin, have a great Saturday. So fun. Talk later, Tater. I'm a big health nut. Look forward to it. Amazing. I am too. I would consider myself a health nut with some good cheat days thrown in there. But for the most part, I try to be healthy. So fun chatting with you, William. And that is the last comment I'm seeing. So take care, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Moz. Thank you, Back to the Future. And I will see you all on Sunday night. Bye.